not late. Okay, I am late. This time, not my fault. Someone else's fault.
I'll take the blame.
But it's exciting. Welcome to another episode of Victory Talk. This is the podcast where we talk about how to build up your money, your muscle, and your mindset. And we got a special guest today. Before I get into that, just real quick. What? Oh, yeah. Before I get into that, let's roll the intro. Welcome. I forgot about the motherfucking intro, but we got an intro, and I shouldn't have forgot about it because I made that track. It's fucking hard, man. I was playing the guitar, played all the instruments. It's fucking gangster. Hey, listen, we got an amazing episode. We're gonna get right into it, but first, this is a real quick word from our sponsor, Thot Repellent. All right, this is gonna help you keep all the thoughts off you, man. Because once you start watching enough episodes of Victory Talk and you join the free Discord, download the free course called Baller Mindset, these fucking hoes gonna be all over you, man, trying to fuck your whole shit up. They're gonna try to fuck your whole shit up. And Thot Repellent is what you're gonna need to keep these hoes at bay. Otherwise, your life is gonna be like, the last scene of I Am Legend where the zombies are trying to go in the house. But imagine these are strippers, right? Trying to distract you from accomplishing your goals. That's what they do. Moses told us that in the book of Genesis. That's what the whole shit was about. Women fucking the whole shit up. Bitch listening to a snake, convinced Adam to eat the apple. Now we all gotta go to work and wear clothes. Thanks, bitch. Right? Keep the thoughts off you. Right? Thot Repellent. All your super chats go towards research and development so we can get this product out to the masses. Currently, we can the current formula is only able to keep 5 to 10 thoughts.
And up to 24 hours.
For up to 24 hours. We're trying to improve on the design before we release it to the masses. And all your super chats are going to go through that. And you're going to need it. You're going to need it if you join the free Discord. in the link in the description. If you downloaded Baller Mindset, the word legendary gets tossed around a lot. But that course is legendary. It's better than almost any course any person has ever paid for it, including like Harvard classes on like Coursera or some shit. Way better. Because them nerds telling you this shit. Baller Mindset was made by G's for G's or aspiring G's, right? And once you really internalize what was in that course, right, and start to manifest your dreams, man, these hoes gonna be on. You're gonna need Thot Repellent. All right. Hey, we got a guest today.
Can I get a bottle of that to go?
You need a bottle of that? Yeah, listen.
Let me get a bottle of that to go.
All right, listen. I'll give you the prototype.
I need my Thot Repellent.
You need it. You got a girlfriend, man.
I'm out here in Miami alone.
Oh, you out there alone? Listen,
I'm
man.
gonna use all this.
We're gonna get this brother a case of this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's only right because you gave me another bottle of Gains Club pre-workout. This is your new supplement line. Well, tell the people who you are before we get into all that, man. They might not know you only got 1 million subscribers, right? So they might not know.
They might not
who you are, bro.
David, aka howtobeast, YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, a little bit of everything, man. Because you know about my back in the day work that a lot of people don't know about.
You know what? So I've known of this brother for a long time. Let me show you how. So you can give him my laptop, Anima. All right. So I came out with a book called Ultimate Cuts long time ago. This is before I was on keto too, right? Still valid, right? Look at how many 5-star reviews. 3,000. Jesus Christ. It's a lot. And I came out with another book, and these was Amazon Kindle, right? But there was another guy who kept coming, who I would always see coming out with Kindle books. And this was before you had a YouTube page, right?
Yes, before, man. This is the first hustle.
So he had this shit. He had books on the Book of Alpha, You know what I'm saying? And a series of other books, man. We get into this shit. Come on, man. Cool, Calm, and Collective. Come on, man. And he was like, he had all these books, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Right? And this is what he looked like back in the day. Hold on, man.
Yeah, see if you can blow that up.
Yeah. I was like, who is this kid? You know what I'm saying? So, but I knew about you because of that, because it would always come up in recommendations. Yeah. And I saw you had a blog at the time, because I had one too.
The old days, man.
Yeah,
the vlog
man.
days, before the vlog days.
Yeah, but so when you came to YouTube, I was like, all right, let me just keep an eye on this kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now we spoke since then, you know, but this is the first time we really met. It doesn't feel like, because I feel like I've known you since these days.
Yeah, man, you're one of the true OGs, man. You've been around, man. You're an OG for sure.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah. Thank you. But you know what? You, like I was telling you before, like you kind of fucked shit up for me. You fucked up my YouTube career. Because if you watch my old videos, I'm just yelling at the fucking webcam. No microphone.
The built-in webcam.
Webcam. And, you know, I started with this shit called a flip cam. You can't even buy it no more.
Flip
bro.
cam.
Man, let me see if I find it, man. Because I
had some funny old cameras at the beginning as well.
It was called a flip cam, man. Hold on, man. This was before the iPhone came out when I started. Or maybe here we go.
Well, the iPhone. Nah, bro. The iPhone came out like 2004, 2005, right?
Nah, man. The iPhone was in 2008, bro.
2008?
Yeah, you got it fucked up.
You were uploading YouTube before then?
This is my second channel. My first one got shut down.
You were uploading back in 2008?
We got the flip cam. Novia brought it in. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen those.
I started my YouTube career with that shit.
so y'all can see that, man. This looks like a dusty old BlackBerry.
That's a relic, man. You can't. This is like the first.
There you go.
HD 720. This is the first. I always thought I was balling. I had fucking 720. So anyway, I would just yell at this fucking thing right into it. No microphone, nothing. I would yell at this shit. These are some of my fucking best videos. And then I had some higher quality videos as well, but you motherfuckers like you fucked it all up, because this motherfucker came on the YouTube. He came on the scene. He would make videos on like how to build muscle or how to fucking be alpha or some shit. But he wasn't just yelling at a fucking cheap camera like me.
At first I was.
No, this motherfucker had drones flying around. You can't even fly a drone in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying?
In Manhattan, they're strict.
Yeah. In most places. I had one, couldn't even take it off of my roof.
Manhattan.
Yeah. You know, and I'm like, fuck. The quality had shot up, and I got to the point where my YouTube channel was dying, and I had to take a fucking break. You motherfuckers fucked the whole game up.
But that time came, man. YouTube changes so much, because that time came, and I think I capitalized on it. But then it kind of, people got like a little desensitized, I think, to like the cinematics and the drone shots.
This shit was so dope.
And now it's like, I still include it a little bit, but I do a lot of videos just like sitting down in the studio now as well, because I don't think it has the same like X factor that it used to have. You know, like at first people were like you're saying, people were like, yo, what the fuck is this guy doing? Even me, I was like, I mean, I'm joking about being mad, but I was like, yo, he's better than me at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people, and people like you who are doing it. There's not a lot of people who are in our demo who was doing that cinematic stuff like you. But I was like, oh, these motherfuckers are better than me. And you were one of them. So I had to take a step back, man, and just focus on making money. And then until I was ready to really come back to YouTube when I moved to Miami. Honestly, I was like, I took like 2 years off, kind of. Damn, 2 years?
Yeah, almost.
Bro, since I started uploading 2017 January, I 2 videos a week every single week. I haven't missed one video.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Since 2017?
2017 January.
Oh shit.
That's when I bought. It wasn't the flip camera. It was a Sony RX100 Mark V. But it's one of the ones you turn
that shit is dope.
You turn it on, you know, the lens comes out.
I got like 2 of those.
I was
in another room.
broke. That was $1,000, bro. That's $1,000, bro. At the time, I was scared shitless when I bought that, man. But that was like the commitment that got me started on YouTube.
Yo, listen, tell me. Let's talk about that. The whole story, right? Because 6 years of grinding. Yeah, I feel like there's something to be said about that. You know, 6 years of grinding, the consistency. You know, that you ain't like an overnight motherfucker, right? Because you were doing this shit first.
Nah, but
you were doing this Amazon shit first.
Yeah, Amazon, the blog were probably what, 2014? I bet.
Something like that. That's when my shit, because that's when I came up with the people. Yo, people were sleeping on this though.
Nah, it got competitive quick, but at first you could drop a book for free or for 99 cents, right? Drop it for 99 cents, like blast it out to the audience. You get like 50 reviews, like 500 sales, and then it shows up on the bestseller list.
Yep.
And then you flip the price like $9.99, and then so many people are on Amazon that Amazon organically just takes it over. That was the hustle. Yeah,
it was lit, bro. Yeah. Like because I started treating Amazon Kindle like a social network.
Yeah,
that's like because no one was doing it.
Yeah,
and I had a different hustle, right? Like Amazon Associates, right?
Yeah,
I would always launch my books on like close to Black Friday.
Yeah.
And then you put the Amazon associate links on all your social media.
Okay. So now you're capitalizing on everybody's Black Friday purchases too. I didn't think of that one.
Every Black Friday, I made like 10K giving away a free book.
Man, I wish I could go back. I wish I knew about that side hustle. Damn. How long is the cookie active for? Like a week?
24 hours.
20. Okay, so you're doing it right on Black Friday.
Blasting it out the whole time. Because I had an email list too, right? Did you have an email list?
That was the first.
So I had the email list.
I built it through the
blasting
blog.
out, and I'm giving away this free book. But everything motherfuckers bought on Amazon within that 24 hours.
They're buying televisions, refrigerators.
No bullshit. I would look on it. I would get commissions for MacBooks and shit. I'm like, yo, I ain't even do nothing, but gave away something for free. That was this little free game. That probably still works.
That probably still works. The Amazon Associates on Black Friday.
Yeah. Just blast out anything.
Yeah. I like that.
Fucking anything. But all right. So 2020. You said this is 2014.
It's probably when I started the blog and the books. Yeah.
All right, and then what made you move to YouTube, bro?
So
were you making money then? You said you were broke.
I was pretty broke. Amazon. So I was working as a software engineer. Mm-hmm. Then that's when on the side I started howtobeast.com, which was like the.
So you smart though. Software engineer,
something like that. But I hated it, bro. I hated it. So I was working for this company, like a bunch of old like programmers in there, and I just didn't feel like the vibe or the culture. I kind of hated going into work. So I quit and became a personal trainer because my cousin had just done that. And everyone, my family, my friends, they all, you're stupid, bro. You're gonna quit like a software engineering job to become a personal trainer.
Yeah.
But I hate this shit. Everyone was saying dummy, but everyone. So I didn't do it for like 6 months. Man, maybe I am a dummy. Like I don't know. Yeah. But it was like one of those itches I had to scratch. So I did that. And then I came back to the software engineer job. I was making shit money, personal training. So they were like, you can take a laptop, work from home part-time. So now I was doing personal training part-time, software, like engineering projects part-time from home, and then the blog part-time. So in those days, man, I'd wake up at like 6, from 6 to 9, I'd be working on like the books or the blog. From 9 to 2, I'd be online for the software job. And then from like 2 to 10 p.m., I'd be at the gym, just like trying to hustle clients.
Right.
So I had a few years I made like decent money with that. But then I was like, man, I'm done with the software engineering thing. And then I moved to Spain. So like done with the personal training thing. Mm-hmm. And I was making enough money through online, through like courses or the books to break even. But after 2 years of that, I was like, bro, I'm not just trying to break even on my money forever. So I was like, I'm going to give it 1 year of YouTube, because I was like on the sidelines watching other people's YouTube. And I was like, I like this, but I was intimidated because I was maybe the same way you're looking at my drone shots. I was looking at other people's videos like, I can't do this shit. I can't even talk to the camera confidently. But I was like, I'm going to do this for 1 year. I'm not going to launch a single book or course, because I'd be like cranking out these courses for 2 months and then launching to make like $1,000 or something. Right. I was like, this is stupid. So I gave it a year on YouTube. I was like, I'll upload 2 videos a week. That's when I bought that camera. And that was January. And then we got to like August.
What year is this again?
2017.
2017. Now. Okay.
So my plan was like, if this doesn't work out, maybe I got to go back to like the software engineer world. I didn't want to, but I was like, I'm going to give YouTube a year, just trying to build the audience and then see what happens. And then this is some of these old videos of me like picking up girls in like downtown Boston. My girl, she was actually the one who was filming a lot of
the same girl.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So we met then. She met me when I was broke.
So she was your girlfriend.
She's my wife now, actually.
Your wife? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I don't know. I'm not sure which fucking thing they hit, but we're gonna hit applause out of respect.
I appreciate it.
I'm fucking with you. So she was filming you picking up girls
in Boston
for footage. Come on, that's a ride or die. I see why you married her. Not everybody could do that.
No, that was like 8 months into dating, maybe 6. It was pretty early on, but I think
you had to like flirt with girls in her face.
Yeah, she saw the vision though. She saw the vision. She supported it. She was day one. Yeah, no, that's
like, gangster. Shout out to her, man.
Because she'd be going to class, and I'd be like, I got to film this video today. And it's like my most viewed video on my channel, man. It's something about like how to approach girls the easy way, like what works every time or something. It's like 6 million views now. And it's don't even watch it because it's like these embarrassing pickups. But it was like she was late to class. And I was like, I got to film this video. She's like, all right, you got like 20 minutes to approach some girls. So we went over to the Boston University campus, and I'm like rushing. She's like, you let this girl go by, I got to go to class. So it's like, there's these awkward approaches. I'm just really forcing them.
She was filming you doing cold approaches.
Yeah, cold approaches. Yeah,
God, I see why you married her, man. It's like she saw the vision. She would put her pride and all that shit aside for you to.
Yeah, she understood it. And so like August now, so 8 months after I started, some of these like approach videos started to pop off. And I remember we were visiting like Toronto for the weekend. I woke up, I was like, yo, what the fuck? We got another 1,000 subscribers overnight. We got another 1,000 subscribers. Then I was like, well, whatever money I have, I'm just going to invest it into this because it seems like we're getting some traction. So that's maybe when I got like the drone and the better camera and shit. And then it like reached a critical mass, man, where like the subscribers were building and building. And now I was like kind of, I guess, documenting my journey, trying to build myself up as a man too. And that was the start of it all.
Bro, how long did it take from you gave yourself a year? How long did it take to start reaching some traction where you felt like, okay, this is a viable option for me?
So if we started in January, again, August, like 8 months in is really where like I was like, okay, there's something here. That was like 1,000 subscribers a day. Before that, there'd be like a video, there'd be like a week where it'd be like, oh, we got 300 subscribers or something, but it was like, it wasn't consistent. It wasn't steady until 8 months in.
So it took 8 months of consistent uploading?
Yeah, 2 videos a week. Yeah.
2 videos a week for 8 months.
Yeah.
But those first 4 months, it probably was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, I mean, month 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
I think I had one video that got shared out on it was like World Star Hip Hop, right?
Okay.
But they embedded it and they didn't link me.
Yeah, I know.
But I still got like a little bit of a drip from it. So that was maybe like 4 months in what kept me going. Honestly, it was like, all right, okay, maybe we got something.
World Star saved your career.
World Star saved my career, man. You heard it here first.
It can do the opposite many times.
Those are the most aggressive hate comments I've ever seen in my life, though.
Yeah,
they were coming in on me.
I would imagine. Yo, that's so. I just want people to hear that as a lesson, right? Like, it was really 8 months of grinding consistently,
and I wasn't making money in 8 months. I was just seeing, okay, people are starting to watch the videos.
So, but like, I think there's something to be said about that. How old were you at this time?
20. Bro, I was born in 89. So 27.
I did for a mad problem.
Okay, so 2017, born in 89. So I was 28, 27, 27.
Okay, so how many people would do you think would have given up way before 8 months? Right, I think most people. I think that's the lesson I'm trying to like extract. From you,
I think, probably because I wasn't getting like that. It wasn't like much of like a feedback loop. It was me kind of just like I got to do this for me, man. I got to give this a year. You know, I set the clock like it's gonna be a 12-month commitment, and I was like, I'm gonna stick to that no matter what.
I think it's a beautiful story, man, because I train trainers, right, and I show them how to put out content so they can like start getting traction. And I've seen motherfuckers quit. Man, I posted 3 times. 3 times, not 3 months, like 3 posts, and then they get no traction. I'm like,
but bro, we can post,
dummy.
We can post 3 times now and we have 3 posts to bomb even right now. Yeah.
All right, so 8 months. And then once you realize it was 8 months, then what? Then I'm
gonna invest even more time into this, even more money into this. All the money I have, I'm just gonna I'm really gonna pour my heart into this.
Will you reach your girl that whole 8 months you were trying to figure it out?
Yeah, I think we 2017. So we met the end of 2016. So she was. We started dating probably in March, officially dating was probably in like March that.
Now you said you were broke, so you were broke then.
Yeah,
at age 27. Motherfucker, life is like motherfuckers don't be having pity for guys over 25.
I mean, I had a little money saved up.
But I was
living in like a 300 square foot apartment downtown Boston, riding a bicycle around me.
So she saw the vision. She didn't like come in when you already had like multiple companies and millions of subscribers.
No, because now I'm in like the red pill space now, and like people are always like, oh, you got a wife, you married this girl, well, this, and I know a lot of my friends who have money, and like they're all like, there's this level of skepticism about every girl, right?
Yeah, but like,
and not that my thing's perfect and there's nothing go wrong. Yeah. Things can always go wrong, of course, man. But like, it's different for me because she was there before. There was zero clout, there was zero money, you know.
I heard Hormozi tell this story. You know, Alex Hormozi, that's my guy. And he was talking about he was fucking, not only was he broke, he was $100K in debt. And he told his girl, you should probably leave. And she was like, nah, I'm gonna stay with you. And so when I hear stories like that, I'm like, that's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. When do you start making money, man? When do you start making money?
So for 2017, the subscribers start coming. 2018 is probably when I started getting like solid brand deals for like a few grand a video. And then from there, what's the first? Then 2018 I was like, all right, I've done this for a year. So now I also released like some fitness courses.
Okay.
I think at that point it was like maybe it wasn't PDF. So it was like, you remember this guy Derek Halpern? He used to do like entrepreneur advice.
Derek Halpern?
Nah. Anyway, he had this thing, Zippy Course. It's like a plugin for WordPress. So anyways, like I hosted
I've heard of Zippy Course.
Okay, Zippy Courses. Yeah. So I like hosted the videos on there, but like that's when I started selling some fitness courses and some confidence courses.
Okay, so let me real quick. I'm going to get back there, but at this time, is your content mostly like is it fitness advice or is it dating advice
like
or is it what?
Half like approaching girls / confidence, half like how to build more muscle. Basically.
All right, so you mix those genres together.
Yeah,
I think the reason I ask because I feel like that's a formula that works, right? Like when you take two kind of genres and mix them together, right? Because I used to kind of like run Conor Murphy's business. Back, back before he went down a different path.
Yes.
He took a different he got a different outlook on life. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't compatible with my business structure. But he was taking like pranks, dating, and fitness. And it was like, he made his own lane.
No, there's something, Nick Bear?
Nah. Oh, I know Nick Bear. Yeah.
Because he's been around forever. Yeah. But like I think 3 years ago, he started mixing bodybuilding with like marathon running, and then his shit blew up.
Yeah.
There's something there.
He hates me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I mean, you know what happened? I don't remember why. He was talking to somebody, I didn't do anything to him, but I think he thinks I did. Like he did. He was supposed to, I had an assistant at the time. He was trying to book some time for us to work together, do a collab. This was like probably around 2018.
Back when collabs like worked.
Yeah, and I was like, no problem. You know what I'm saying? And but something happened. I don't really even know what happened, but he took offense to that shit.
I don't know him well. When I moved to Texas, I hung out with him a couple of times because he's in Austin. I was living there.
Hey man, if you see him, I ain't got no beef with him. I don't even know what happened. I don't know what happened.
But sometimes that happens, man.
Yeah. But he got super. I did see the text he sent to my assistant that was like super mean. I was like, Jesus, I guess we won't be working. Bro, I don't even know you. It wasn't personal. Anyway.
But yeah, no, there's something about taking two genres, or two things you're passionate about, or two things that there's like a market for people to like be interested in and mix it. But then it almost becomes like, I think that's what like How to Beast was. It was like a remix. It was like my personal like remix of these two genres. And then now it feels a little more unique.
I think that's like super important, like for anybody who's trying to stand out, because I really started seeing that people who would like blend genres and then now they have their own lane. So it sounds like that's kind of what you did.
I thought I was doing the wrong thing because I remember, do you remember this guy? You probably Brett Contreras. He's like the glute guy.
Yeah.
I remember his whole thing was like, I don't know if it was his or people were analyzing him. They were like, you got to pick just one thing.
Yes.
The more, I'm not even fitness, just like building glutes. It's like the one thing you become that guy, then you can do other stuff. And I was the opposite path. And I was like, am I doing the wrong thing, man? Am I doing the wrong thing?
You know, there two things can be true.
Yes.
Right. You can hyper focus.
Yeah.
And be successful in business, right? But you can also blend things, right? It depends on the strategy. But I think what's more important than either one of those is being unique, right? So because he's the glute guy, he's unique. Because you were doing fitness and pickup, you were unique. I think that's more important. There's just different ways of being unique.
Yeah, I think the other thing is like trying to have your genuine personality a little bit, right? A lot of people are trying to act a bit and they're not themselves. And I was like really raw, like not that confident dude at the time. And I think that came out on camera. I think people connected with that. Like I didn't speak that well. And then I went through a phase where I started like screaming at the camera because I was trying to like figure out what I was doing. If you watch some old videos, I'm just like, and then I stopped screaming and the people are like, oh, we missed the screaming. But like, I think the longer you film and upload content, the more you kind of just like become actually yourself. Or develop your voice.
I think that's another reason why people quit so early, right? Because
it feels awkward.
It's awkward. It's weird being in front of the camera for everyone. Yo, on the old channel that got deleted, right? The first few videos, I wasn't talking.
How come it got deleted?
No one knows. Like I've asked people at Google and they're like, I don't know.
Well, they're trying to ask people to Google anything, man. Then you get the canned response every time from those guys, man.
But yeah, whatever. It was cool because I started back and I came back stronger. But okay, so when did you start making enough money? I want to get back to the story. I'm sorry. When did you just make enough money to quit doing all the other jobs and focus on this full time?
Well, I'd already quit them. So I kind of like burned the bridges.
Oh, you took that strategy.
Yeah. All well, right. I had some money saved up though. I was like, I got my expenses covered for the next year. You know?
Oh, you had your expenses covered for the year.
Yeah.
I think there you go, man. When I quit, I had 6 months. My criteria was I needed 6 months of expenses saved.
Yeah.
And I needed the business to be making as much as I was from the job.
Okay.
and 6 months saved. So it's like, okay, it's already got momentum and I got saved.
Yeah.
So, but you sound like you did something similar.
Yeah, and my expenses were pretty low at that time, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I might have been 10 grand in the bank or something. That
Oh shit,
no,
that'll cover a year.
Nah, but I was probably paying 1,200 a month in rent. So I don't know, maybe 15 grand or something.
Okay.
20 grand. It wasn't. I mean, it was enough that I could be like, I'm not gonna like, be shitting my pants every day, worried about ending up on the street.
Yeah.
But then the money, actual momentum. So the next year, so now I launched the courses, right? And at that point, instead of making 1,000 for launch, I'm making like 30K or something, right?
Hey.
I'm like, okay, here we go. So from there, it's just like, well, I'm going to keep focusing on the content because it's got me here. I'm going to take brand deals as I get them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to release courses every 3 months. I'll do a new confidence course, a new fitness course, a new confidence course, new fitness course. And that was probably like the first level of entrepreneurship for me.
Yeah. I think around that, 2017, that's when I was launching different courses all the time.
Yeah. That was the game then.
That was the game.
Yeah.
That was the game. And as long as they were good, people were happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you just had to give them more than your YouTube. Now I give courses out for free. Link in the description. Baller Mindset. I don't even need your money. I'm sorry. Go ahead. So is that when things started really blowing up? Or
in terms of the content, yeah, I think at that point, like by 2018, the momentum.
that's when you got the
was
drones out.
That's when I got the drones out, bro. That's when I got the drones out for sure. It's 2018, maybe even the end of 2017.
What made you go like full cinematic? You trying to like full like fitness pickup Casey Neistat is what you were.
Well, no, basically that was it though. I followed guys like Casey, or like my buddy Max Tunin. He's always done kind of cinematic vlogs as well. I didn't know him at the time, but I followed like him, Casey, Peter McKinnon, and then separately I'd follow guys like Elliot Hulse or something, right? It was more just like shouting at the camera, and I was like, I kind of want to combine these things. And at first, that's the game. It backfired. I think that was actually the real combination, more than fitness and dating. I think the real combination was just like self-improvement advice and cinematics. And at first, bro, I got there'd be people who were like, just give me the fucking tips. I don't want to see your day, bro. I don't want to see you walking down the street, bro. Just give me the shit. But it was like, if it's working, the metrics were like the mirth, people vote with their views and their comments, So I was seeing the trend and I was like, well, I'm gonna keep doing this shit. Yeah. And eventually those comments died off. Yeah. And now if I do a video sitting down in the studio, people are like, bro, I don't want to see you sitting in the studio. I want to see your life, man. Yeah, where's the drone?
Jump out a fucking moving car or a helicopter or some shit. It's like I used to watch you guys do those like epic, like cinematic shit. Yeah. And I would be like, hold up, man. He had to put the camera there, walk back, and then walk to the camera. Yeah, that's what fucked me up. I was like, I don't know if I don't know if I could do that.
No, I be doing it in the car too, man. I put it down, back the car up, like fucking floor the car, launch the car past it, then like loop around, do it like hit the brakes, do a U-turn, come back, go out, run and grab the camera.
That's so funny to me.
You know what I mean? It is.
Like I tried to do. There was a point where I tried to do shit like that. I was like, yo, this is hilarious. I can't do it because I can't do it with a straight face. So I have like way more fucking. It's impressive that you did it, and like I think the average audience member doesn't think about it, but I think because I make content, it would take me out of it, but I wasn't the target demographic anyway. I'm 40.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You're 40 now, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Damn, man.
Okay, so then when do you start launching all these companies, man?
So that must have been. Well, the first one was the clothing. That was the end of 2018. That's Edge Lifestyle, my whole wardrobe. Yeah. And that was slow at first. But at first, I was like, this is the first physical product I'd done. So I think the first launch was like 200 t-shirts, 200 tank tops. Yeah. So we sold out. All right, then we do.
How many subscribers do you have at that time? Just so I'm clear.
2018, 500,000, something like that, man. Because I think 2019 or 2020, maybe I hit 1 mil. I don't know. It got real quick. From 500,000 to 1 mil, though, it was just like, yeah. And then after I got to 1 mil, it kind of bottomed out for a minute. But that's how it goes. But that was with that it was kind of like launch by launch. Let's see how much we can sell out. And at first, I was packing these orders in my apartment. But then by the third launch, we had 2,000 units. And Julia, my girl, she's like, we can't live in this apartment anymore. It's just clothes everywhere, right?
She was helping you with that the whole way.
Yeah, she was packing the orders with me and shit.
Shout out to her, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, when she graduated, she got a job actually working as a school therapist in Austin. We moved down, but then after like, I don't know, man, 3-4 months, when I launched a clothing brand, I was like, I'm gonna hire somebody now. Why don't you just come help me?
Yeah. What's that like? What's that like?
It's changed a lot. Because there's times where I think we're figuring out like what responsibilities make sense to give her versus like I just need to hire someone to do that. Yeah. So it's definitely caused like conflict from time to not consistently, but from time to time there's been like, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for me to work for you anymore. But we also really enjoy the freedom of us both working together, traveling the world together, doing what we want. And lately she does a lot less of like really what she does now more is she kind of makes her own dating content for men, like from her perspective. She
I've
doesn't
been
really do
seeing
any of
some of
that.
that.
Yeah, she doesn't really do any like the business work. Well, I mean, that's business work. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? That's more like her content versus like answering customer support emails or something.
Yeah. I've been seeing that like on your. She posted that on your channel.
No, she has her own, man.
She has a channel. Oh, it's just coming up on my recommendations.
No,
but subscribe to yours.
She uploaded like nothing. She started uploading videos. She gets like 50 to 100K views a video out of nowhere.
Come on, man. All right. So yeah, but what's that like as far as your relationship, right? Like, is it because if you've been together for this long, I'm sure you've had arguments, fights.
Yeah.
And then it's like now it's affecting your business, I'm gonna imagine.
Yeah.
Or you guys don't have that issue?
No,
we shit up.
We've had those issues, but the benefits always outweighed the downside.
I got you. Yeah.
The benefits always outweighed the downside. And as things grew, the way it would work would be like, as a business grows, like you as the owner, you like absorb more and more responsibilities. You're like, fuck, I gotta hire someone for this. Yeah. So it'd be like I'd absorb more things, and then the things I didn't have time for, I'd give to her, and then she wouldn't have time for them, and then that's when we'd hire someone. That was kind of like the basic flow at first.
Okay, because like there was I'm sorry. I like when you said the freedom, right? Because my girl, when I met her, she was a teacher.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, working
different lifestyle,
different school, and I'm like, yo, we need to go here. She's like, I got work. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
this fucking job is cock blocking. These goddamn kids is cock blocking, man. Fuck them kids, And then I told her, and then she quit. Yeah, and that's way better.
Yeah, no, it's better.
You pick up and go. We can do something.
Nah, traveling is more fun. Throughout the day, you can go to the gym when you want together. It's just better, man. It's better.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, and so then you launched Edge. Obviously, a huge success.
Well, it was little by little. Like I said, it was like some real small launch at first because I was just nervous. But then it was like we just kept doubling the inventory size until at one point I was like, okay, this shit didn't sell. Now we got to like actually get some inventory management and figure this out. But,
do you run that business yourself now, or did you put people in charge? Or you hire CEOs? Like what? How do you do it now?
So I guess I make a lot of the marketing materials, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just because, we have some other people who do too, but I make a lot of the marketing materials. Me and Julia still do like the new designs together, but we're also at a point where we have like really good selling SKUs or products to be like that we can just restock and pump ad money into it. So I don't do any of the ad stuff myself. I don't do any of the inventory management myself. I don't do any of the customer support myself.
You got people in place to do that now.
Yeah.
And once you had that allowed you to launch the second thing, man. Gains Club. Tell me about this. Now,
the second thing was actually a fitness app.
Oh,
so this is during lockdown.
Okay.
And I was like, I was like, okay, it's time to create the next set of fitness courses. Like, man, maybe I just do an app instead, because then I can just load new programs into the app. And there's a lot of these companies that kind of like white label their basic app. And I was talking to different ones because they don't charge you anything, but then they take 30% of your shit.
You talk to the guys in New Zealand.
Probably. I don't know. I talked to a few different
those are my homies. Like I'm friends with them guys.
But I wanted to do certain things. I was like, it needs to track your weight for every exercise, then automatically implement progressive overload for you. I want to have a fully built-in calorie tracker. And they're like, yo, our app doesn't do this shit. Like we're not gonna develop that. So then I was talking about it in a video, and a kid who follows the channel, he's a German, and his dad owns a big software development firm in Germany. They work with like Audi and a lot of big companies. So I hopped on a call with them. It was a funny call because the dad didn't know what the hell's going on. He's like, my son just told me to like hop on this call. But we worked with them. We built the app from scratch and launched it. And now that's, a subscription based. So I still release new programs. At first, a lot based on user feedback. We'd like have them develop new things for the app so it works better. But that's my biggest profit maker, if I'm being honest.
Really? Oh yeah.
It was a big investment up front, but now it's just profit.
How much, if you don't mind, you don't have to tell me, but like
how much what?
How much was the investment up front?
At first, it was $50K up front for the initial investment. And then each time I'd drop an update, it'd be like $15K. You're just paying developer hours at that point.
Yeah.
So I think they cut me a little bit of a deal because like the son likes me, you know what I mean? But
was that like, is there like a...
But I was nervous, and that day one that broke even already. Just from like, because you had the annual subscriptions and the monthly subscription. A few hours in, we already broke even. I was like, all right,
shit,
we're
that's
good.
What's up.
That's
what's up. Does it bother you working with the Germans after like the whole World War II?
Nah, man.
Nah, you cool with that? I remember I was in Italy, man, and I ran into this British dude. I just ran into this British dude. I was in Amalfi Coast, right?
Oh, we're going there next month.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, man. I have a story about how I became the king of Italy. Maybe I'll tell you later.
Yeah,
I told her, it's a good story. It's a good story, man. But I talked to the British dude, and I was like, yo, I ain't forget these motherfuckers fought with Hitler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then he said, well, yeah, man, The American, he said, yeah, Americans were all late. I'm like, lucky we saved your ass. Me and him almost got into a fight over this shit. Over some 50-year-old shit. Nah, we were just joking around.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, I got you.
So that's doing really well. And then you decide get to Gains Club, the supplement line.
Yeah. Well, really, there's also like a coach, like a dating coach in business. We also have.
Shit, this motherfucker is a mogul.
This is the newest of them.
Okay.
We can skip to this though. We can skip to this.
I kind of want to get into
You want to talk about this? Let's talk
because I
about
remember you called me
Yeah.
when this was dropping, and I do want to apologize to you. I'm a bad influencer, bro.
Yeah,
Like
you are, but it's all good.
I'm like one of the worst. It's not disrespect, it's incompetence. Probably the same reason
Yeah,
Bear's mad at me. It's not
No, but when you're a business owner / influencer, things change.
yeah, it was like but I really do like it. You know what I'm saying? And you sent me the prototypes as you were making it.
Yes, that's
That
right.
I really appreciated
Yeah.
that. And I think I gave you feedback
Yeah.
on that too. You know, he sent me the watermelon. I was like, okay, that's racist, but it's cool. I do like
figured you'd
watermelon.
like it.
And he was
And I
right.
think
You
you
were
asked for
right.
it.
I loved it. But it's racist for you to assume that. No, I loved it. And is this on Amazon now?
Nah, so this business has been the least successful.
Really? We're gonna change that today. The Victory Unit is gonna change that.
No, so it had a good launch to my audience. But first we launched 2 flavors of pre-workout, 1 flavor of protein.
Mm.
We had a shit ton of pre-workout we ordered. I just assumed that was gonna do the best. The protein sold out quick
But the proteins had the lowest margins.
and has the lowest margin
Yeah.
by far.
It's not even close. That's
Yeah.
why I never did a protein.
Yeah,
When I
it's
had my
the
supplement
prices
line.
come down a little bit because we just restocked a new protein flavor. Prices come down a little bit, but yeah, so it's done well with my audience, but we've had trouble expanding it through like paid ads or things like that. But
Really?
now we have another product in development that's coming out soon that's gonna be a bit more unique. I think it's tough, man. I think pre-workout protein. I think there's a million choices out there. I promise you, if you look at the back of this label and compare the doses of the different ingredients in there,
This shit is legit, man.
no, it's I promise it's better than anything else in the market. It's not close, but the problem is with marketing, everyone's saying this. Everyone's saying ours is the science-based one. So we realized afterwards, like, we're just screaming the same shit as everyone else. It didn't really hit.
Nima, remember we shot the videos?
Which ones?
For his pre-workout, man. You're not paying attention. He's like, these motherfuckers. Remember we shot the video for his pre-workout? But
I think so.
yeah, I don't know. Listen, I just kind of yell at the cameras. It's not Nima's fault. I don't know what happened, but I will take responsibility. It's my fault.
It's terrible influencer, man.
Yeah, man. And then I wanted to buy more.
Yeah, I just send you some, man.
Oh yeah, but I feel like
Even though this one I can't give you this one.
you can't give me this one. You need it.
But I can send you something to get here like tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it. And you know, if it was on Amazon, I would have bought it. But you are you using Shopify for your website?
Yeah, Shopify right now.
Okay,
well,
Shopify's dope, bro.
Well, DTC is like Shopify is a good test also for like just test the traction. You can test paid ads with it, and then from there you can maybe expand out more.
There's no good reason to do anything else but Shopify. Every time I seen somebody leave Shopify,
Yeah.
I used to
Amazon can work, but Amazon is I think is like a
yeah,
you got to burn money for a while.
Yeah. I had I had an intern and I used to mentor him, right? And then he was coming out with this clothing line called what's the name of this shit? Oh, Tailored Athlete.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, shit is good. It's real big, especially in UK because he's a British.
It's like nicer, like dress clothes, right? But it's like tailored.
I love that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? I remember he was making that shit in his crib, kind of like you were, and then he came an intern for me for a little bit. Now, then he learned a lot, picked up a lot of shit. Now his shit. Last time I talked to him, he was doing like $2 million a year, man. He's like 21 now, you know, $2 million a year. But he went off Shopify, and I said, "Don't do it."
Where did he go to?
He developed some a website, and I was like, "Oh, now you're
going
gonna be a slave to the developer."
Yeah.
Every time you want to change, you're gonna need this motherfucker. Shopify, you could just move it around, and it wasn't better. He ended up going back to Shopify. Just burned a bunch of money. I mean, he's making a lot now, but I was like, man, don't do that shit.
Nah, I've made that mistake.
Shopify is that shit.
Yeah.
Man. And there's some tricks I can tell you, man, because we made a lot of money with my supplement line.
Yeah.
I only shut it down because
it's part of it's also been like a focus thing where because it didn't catch on a lot, and I have the other businesses, I haven't been able to be like, it makes sense from a time perspective for me to invest a lot of time into like the one that's doing the worst. When if I just invest this time into one of the business, I'm gonna make more money, you know.
That makes sense.
But when we release the new product soon, which I'll send you, I'm not gonna say what it is yet, but it's a more unique supplement for men that I think has legs in terms of like paid ads for people who don't know me.
Yeah, no, this can really work, man. This can really work. What you should do is this is what I would do, especially because Shopify, they got this functionality. Give out like a free course with every fucking bottle or some shit. Or motherfuckers buy like 3 bottles, they get the free course.
Yeah, we thought about maybe doing something
That
with
shit is
the
gangsta. That shit worked really well with me.
where they could get a couple free months in the app or something. But because
it's got to be a
because
course
that's not like it's hard to integrate. I don't know. Again, it just hasn't been worth like the time investment.
Come out with a different course. It doesn't compete with the app. Yeah. Motherfuckers buy 3, set it up with Shopify, and then I'm telling you, man. Yo, there's ways to do that shit, man. That's really work. And you are using not Kajabi. What email are you using for the website? For the
one Klaviyo.
That's that shit.
I think that's the one that does the best with Shopify.
Yeah, that's that shit. That's that shit, man. There's so much shit you can do, man. Like I don't know. I can talk to you more off camera about something. Yo, because like, we literally made millions.
Yeah.
And you have a bigger following me now than I did when I was making millions off this shit. It was a different time.
Yeah. But again, right now it's almost in like isn't like a test phase, right? Where we're like kind of testing it. And then once we see a better strategy to like, again, it's again because I got the 4 different businesses, man. It's like, you know what I mean?
You're doing a lot.
Once it's more like a proven concept, then we'll fucking try and blow it up.
Nah. You do it. Yo, I liked it, especially the watermelon one. That was that shit.
We dropped the new flavor, pink lemonade, if you want that one too.
Oh shit, man. All right. Listen, we're gonna have more How to Beast, and we're gonna answer some super chats in a minute. But first, we do this thing, man. We do the market recap where I get my stock advisors.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My trading advisors to jump on. Let's jump in that market recap. Talk about the stock market, man. Yo, what up? Oh shit, it's not Romulus. We got Greg here, guest starring. You know what I'm saying?
How's it going, Brandon? Good to see you. Good to see you. Victory Talk. Nice to meet you, David.
Yo, you know what it is? Hey, yo, Greg, man. The fuck is happening in the stock market, man?
There's
the fuck
a
is
ton
happening,
of stuff
Greg?
going on. I'm going to be breaking down the markets. I'm going to go over some trading recap stuff. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin, and maybe we can do some market breakdowns for super chats if we want.
Let me see the charts, Greg.
Oh,
Show me the charts. Because Apple hit a new all-time high. Was that yesterday?
We can talk about that. Here we go. Here. There we go.
All right, there we go. Let's get it.
Okay, so you guys, just so you know, my name is Greg, and I'm a market technician, and I'm actually soon to be a chartered market technician. I've got my CMT final exam in 2 days.
That's right. And he's the direct descendant of my trading mentor, Romulus, man, who helped me make a ton of money, like, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last 2 years.
Oh, right, hell yeah.
And Greg's helped me make a lot of money too with the trade.
Yeah. I'm not as good of a trader as Romulus. I really shine when it comes to like forecasting and analyzing the markets. When it comes down to like portfolio management, basically, I'm just like a huge chart nerd. Like,
hey man, let's nerd up these charts. Listen, I don't want to see no books, Greg. Show me the mark. Show me what's up with these charts, man.
This is a daily chart of our S&P 500. Think of this as just like the place you go to shop for stocks and invest in businesses. So this is a daily chart. So each candle represents 1 day of price action. And this yellow line here is the 200-day moving average. Basically, this is just an average of price. And when we're above it, we're generally in an uptrend. When we're beneath it or spend too much time underneath it, we're in a downtrend. So lately, the market's been really strong. You know, Brandon was talking about how Apple, you know, made new all-time highs and then busted on lower just a little bit. Apple kind of had like a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event, meaning leading up to like the news announcement with their, you know, like goggles. Yeah, new products. As soon as they announce it, though, boom, that's a sell setup, actually. So by the time the news is announced, that's actually usually a good sell signal. So that kind of weighed down the markets. You have a rising wedge drawn for Apple. You know, it's almost a rising wedge. Technically, yes, it is, because we closed back within the range. We did spike the top end of the range. To confirm this rising wedge, we really kind of need to break down underneath 170 on Apple, and that's where it can get some big sell side volume. But for now, I'm kind of forecasting more of like some sideways action. If you look at like the 200-day moving average, it can kind of give just an easy, simple hint as to where the market may be heading. And over the summer months, we tend to usually chop. We usually kind of like flop and chop all around.
How's that go again? Well, how's that little move?
Just draw an arrow at the end of any moving average. That's usually just a simple way of forecasting where the market's likely to head. So there's strategies to profit from the markets going nowhere. I mean,
what's up with SPY, man?
Yeah. So
my fault. I thought you was about to show something, man. I was I'm getting ahead of my. I took a lot of this fucking gains club pre-workout, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hyped.
Good.
You know it is.
No, SPY is the most interesting because if you get the SPY right, you get a lot of individual stocks right. But you can also trade other markets like gold. Like you can profit when stocks or ETFs or commodities go nowhere. So we actually profited in the Legion from gold going nowhere, right in this gold range. It loses money if it goes outside, and it loses money if it goes too far down.
All right.
But when we go back to the SPY, forecasting it, the reason I say sideways is because there's a lot of conflicting information. We're coming into the summer months. The summer months is a great time to usually sell options premium. It's kind of like collecting rent on stocks. But when we look at the SPY, we can also look at leading indicators. So if we check out IWM, if you just type that in.
Oh, that's spiked up.
Yeah, IWM is a leading indicator for the market. So it gives hints towards where the market actually may be headed next. It gives like a signal for like risk on, like, hey, stocks, should we be buying them? It did break above the moving average, but notice the moving average is kind of pointed sideways to slightly lower. So there's a lot of just push-pull going on. So the longer we stay above the 200-day moving average on IWM, hey, the more likely
that's where most of the stocks are.
Yeah, that's where 2,000 of like the small and mid-cap stocks are. Ron has brought up the RSP. This is the equal weight S&P, which basically just means we were to take all the stocks in the S&P and give them equal weights instead of just Apple being this big ass company taking over the market. This is just, if you were to even them out, this is actually starting to show some signs of bullish recovery. So,
really?
Yeah. If I were to give like a recommendation, one of the big things for the CMT final exam is it's 56 questions, essay format, and you get a chart, and then you have to weigh all the indicators, all the signs, and then you got to give a buy, hold, or sell recommendation and type an essay about it. So if I were to do that with the SPY, I'd just give it a hold because there's a lot of push-pull. What I would actually recommend than trading the SPY is invest in yourself, invest in your skills and your, businesses, whatever generates you the most amount of income.
You say stay on the sidelines right now.
Yeah, basically stay on the sidelines and take tactical trades and find sectors within the SPY. We do this in the Legion all the time.
Yeah, if y'all want to know more about trading and shit, obviously join the Discord. Greg, Romulus in there, and myself in there giving advice. Man, it's free. Legion.
None of this is
not the Legion
advice.
is free, but the Discord is free. So join the Discord.
Yeah,
because we talk about trading all the time.
This is over in the Discord. People are crushing it over here in the Legion picks, making 57% return on an XLV put that Romulus found the other day. And basically what this is this is a great setup. Rally candle, big green candle, big green candle, big green candle. We're rallying or pushing higher into a resistance area. We got a shooting star candle, which just means price went higher.
And that's when Romulus put out the alert for the sell.
Boom. Romulus puts out the alert for the sell. I show some option trades. Boom. People making, $120.
Yeah, that was easy money, man.
Easy.
That was easy money. I remember it. Yeah.
$120 into $220.
Come on, man. That's why you got to join the Discord, man. You ain't gonna get that kind of analysis anywhere else, man. Get the fuck out of here.
It doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen pretty often. So that's kind of the main components of the analysis. The market, you kind of got to be tactful. You want to sell those option premiums. You want to find the best setups within the sectors. Bitcoin's been the talk of the town lately as well. Type in the chat, you guys. I'm curious. This gets people riled up, Brandon. What are your thoughts on cryptocurrencies? What are your thoughts on Bitcoin? Because there's some arguments for the positive sides of Bitcoin and some arguments that, Bitcoin's not really like a productive asset. You know,
what's it been doing the last few days? This chart looks wild.
This is the 2-hour chart. So basically what happened the other day was the SEC was going after Binance and Coinbase just because of, you know, shady business practices. They're kind of like taking the opposite side of the trades. So, you know, lots of just crazy manipulation going on in cryptocurrency land. So big sell-off, big recovery.
That's a 2-hour chart.
This is a 2-hour chart. So
what's the daily look like?
The daily, let's pull this up. The daily looks actually just okay. If I just reload my screen real quick, the daily looks just okay. It's above,
it's above the 200.
Above the 200. If we put an arrow at the end of it, sideways to slightly higher. Very simple. You know, you could get really complicated. I could go into advanced models over here, but essentially lower high, lower high, lower high. If Bitcoin really breaks above like 30,000, that's where it could really start getting going. Some of the positives from Bitcoin, you know, there's a finite supply. So that's something where, you know, because like when it comes down to the US dollar, the Federal Reserve can just print more money. You've seen Jerome Powell with that money gun.
Man, I think they got a game plan, bro. I think they're trying to shut that shit down. That's why they suing all these companies, man. Honestly, I think because they want to do the digital dollar. That's why I wouldn't buy Bitcoin right now.
Oh no,
that's why I'm not. I mean, I sold mine at the when Romulus told us to sell at the top 2 years ago.
It's like I said earlier, it's not a productive asset. So like think about like Brandon. Brandon's out here getting money. He's a productive asset.
Yeah. You're fucking right.
He's a productive asset.
A lot of truth in that statement.
Brandon, think of Brandon, the productive asset. And then there's Bitcoin, just kind of sits there.
It's just there. You got to fucking, we'll see, man. We'll see.
They argue that it could be the digital gold, but the thing is, it's like we already have like digital dollars. When was the last time that you like paid for something in physical cash? You know,
it seems like the U.S. government's at war with this shit, and you know, historically, when the U.S. finds someone to fight, you want to be on that side. You want to be on that side of the fight. You know, that's what I'm seeing. You know,
no, definitely. You want to align yourself with the powers that be. Just like I want to be on Brandon Carter's side, especially during like a zombie apocalypse.
Motherfucking right. Get your ass kicked if you not.
I'm coming to your house if there's a zombie apocalypse. That's
like you know, everybody else is prepping for shit. They got canned goods in the water. I just got guns. I'm the reason they prepping. They buy the guns for me. My plan. I ain't got no canned goods. My plan is to take everyone else's shit. You want to be on my side? That's my disaster plan.
That's what trading is, though. If you think about it, you want to like.
If you think about it, it's just like that. It's just like Brandon Carter fucking up everybody during the apocalypse.
Boom.
Same shit.
That's exactly what the markets are like. You want to pick the winning.
Black John Wick.
Yeah, exactly.
Latrell Wick.
If you pick the winning side, though, you make money, and that's why when we're trading or investing, try not to be too married to like your trade or investment. Try not to have an ego. Don't be afraid to flip sides if there's a stack of evidence that gives reason to switch sides. So, you know, if you think about it, the market is basically like a game of tug of war between buyers and sellers. Everybody's got an opinion about price. Some people think that this is a new bull market and stocks are going to the moon. And then other people think that there's a recession. That creates buyers and sellers. Some people think that the market's really overvalued. And that's why you got to join the discourse so you make sure you're on the right side, man, when we give you the tip. People out there making money. Greg, I can't keep you too long, man. Is there any closing remarks you want? Because we got a guest here and a ton of super chats I got to get to. You guys get to the guest. The closing remarks are diversify your trades, accept the worst before you take the trade, because that way you like fully take on the risk. And then it's nothing but gains from there.
Real quick, would you buy Google on that high base?
That's a great question. This goes back to the volume and the internal condition. We can go into relative strength. Mm-hmm. I would say tread lightly. You would want to do this where you could buy it and you trail stop on the daily. What I would do is you could nibble shares. You could maybe buy a little bit of calls. I would
or sell puts. What about just sell puts? Fuck it.
Mostly you want to sell puts when the implied volatility spikes and you get like a down day. You could, if there's a down day in Google, send me a text and I'll set you up.
You know I will, man. And if you're in the Discord, you can send him a message. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is.
Definitely.
Greg, thank you so much, man.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thanks for having
me. My
me.
man. I'll let you. I will text you tomorrow. I got some more questions. I got some market recap. Hey, I think we got some super chats, and some of them are from my man, How to Beast. I just call you How to Beast instead of David all the time, man. I hope that's okay.
That's all good with me. Man, when people recognize me, a lot of times they just call me Beast. Yo, you're that Beast.
You're the Beast guy.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, man.
It's not a bad thing to be called.
Nah, man. It's way worse things they can call you. You that nigga from YouTube. That's what they say for me.
No one's told me that.
You don't hear that? I hear that all the time. No one says that to you? All right.
No, maybe one day.
Any super chats?
Yes, we have a bunch. We have Peak. Massive thank you, Brandon, for your high value alphabolic course.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I take it in every single day, introduction to conclusion. This is my foundation, set standard of principles that I just inherited in my life. Forever grateful. What?
Nah, just just the way that sounded. Yo, that's what's up, man. There's a lot of truth in that statement, man. I'm really glad to hear that. And this $19 goes towards Thot Repellent research and development. You gotta love that.
He gave another 19.
Another 19. This brother balling.
Third try this past month to sign up for high ticket trainer. My money no good. Relentless as a rabid dog, just lacked guidance. Take a look at my file. I eagerly await. Sincerely, your future student, Elvis.
Oh, you got to talk to the enrollment specialist. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure somebody will be in touch with you soon, man. For sure. That's what's up. Hey, baby. Any questions for our guests? Did anybody ask this guy a question? Or nah? They don't give a fuck. I feel that. It got to be a super chat though. There's too many super chats for us to be reading regular shit.
Thanks, Beast, for the dating program, and Brandon for showing up every week. You guys have helped me change my life. Mad respect. Shout
out to Income Tools, man. He on here every week. We don't know what the denomination that is.
Is that the money?
Yeah, TBH could be
in Thailand.
It could be $3, $50, $3,000. We don't know. $3. Hey, man. Hey. Come on, man. It's in Thailand.
It's $100 in Thailand.
Come on, man. What you expect, man? Like Thailand. Shout out to him though. He's trying to improve his life, man. Move out of Thailand, man. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe trying to come up in Thailand. I don't know. But shout out to that brother.
A lot of people traveling to Thailand.
A lot of people stay in Thailand, man. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever been there?
Never.
Not me.
I've never been to Southeast Asia.
I've never been to Asia.
Neither have I.
Yeah, just you know what?
Yeah, it's a long flight.
I went to Australia and I was like, I went to Australia twice. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to do this no more.
Yeah, man. I'm over in Europe now, but I don't go too much further than that.
Yeah, nah, for real, man. When I was in New York, London was like 6 hours. It's the same as going to LA. So I'll go to London pretty frequently. Yeah. Now it's like 7 hours.
Even from Spain right now to Texas is pretty long, man, but it's all good.
How long is it?
Well, if we stop in Boston, it's like 8 hours. But I think when I went all the way from Madrid to Dallas, it was like 12 hours. Something. That's too much. Just too much. Christ, I didn't know when I got on the plane. I thought it was gonna be 8 hours.
I almost got arrested coming back from Australia. Almost. Because I was vaping in the bathroom. It was 12 hours, man. It was like 14 hours. And then the fucking alarm went off.
Oh, God, bro.
And then I just sit back in my seat and he was like, I was like, yeah, I don't know what happened. And it was like, were you vaping? I was like, no. And prove it, ho.
Yeah, don't vape.
And they just let me off, man. Now I wouldn't do it again. That was a learning experience.
That's a long flight, though.
It was a learning experience.
Yeah, you go a little crazy on those long flights.
Yeah. Now I just wear nicotine patches. I'm wearing one now.
Does that work?
Yeah. All right, what else we got?
No direct question for him, but you guys
okay, fuck it then.
From Solar, $50. Hey, Brandon, currently on the way up, doubling my income each year. I drive a Tesla, dream car, working 14 to 16 hours a day.
Come
Why
on.
is it that the closest people, like family or old friends, start to hate on the way up?
Yo, man, because most people suck. You know what I'm saying? And when they see somebody doing some shit that's like outside of the norm, they're like, it's weird. They don't understand it. You know, it's the same reason people hate other people from different religions or cultures or races, just because they don't understand it. Is weird, right? So now you're doing shit that doesn't suck because you won't want to be poor like them, and it's like they just can't comprehend it. You know, God gave you your vision. You know what I'm saying? God and me gave you your vision, man. I ain't give them your vision, you know. So they just can't see. Did you have that experience? Like,
yeah, I think it was like you get like subtle comments. I didn't get any like outright shit, but I started doing YouTube. I'd have people like, really, bro, YouTube. You can be a YouTuber, bro. Really?
You gonna be yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Dummy.
I think some of it too is it acts as a bit of like a mirror almost, where like people are now, if they consciously like digest this information, they're aware that like, oh, they're doing something to change their life, but I'm not doing something to change my life. And they don't even want to like have that. They like short circuit their brain. They're just like, nah, fuck this guy.
Yeah. No, I think it's like that. You know, it's when you're moving forward and you're actively chasing a goal or a dream, it kind of shines a light on their laziness, their fear, their how timid they are, right? And subconsciously they almost want you to fail. Because if you're going to be better, not everyone, but some of them want you to fail. Like, make no mistake. No, people want you to do good, but not better than them.
Yeah.
There's a part of that.
No, I think that's true. I think it's true. I think people cheer for you until you're doing better than them. Yeah. And then it makes you feel bad. I mean, it shouldn't, but right. But I think for average people, it makes them feel bad about themselves.
I had an uncle who was talking shit, you know. Like he said some slick remark once. Maybe I'm being too hard for on retrospect, but whatever, fuck it. And I just didn't talk to him again. Yeah. And he died. I didn't even go to his funeral.
That sucks.
Oh yeah, man, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? that's why he died though, right? Because God don't like when you hate on his creations. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Carrying a lot of stress around with him. Maybe
that's what I think. God wanted to punish him for his sins. You know what I'm saying? So he killed that nigga for hating on it, for hating on one of his favorites. You know what I'm saying?
That's dark, man. That's
dark.
It's
dark. That's my mom's brother. That's my mom's brother. But she don't watch this. She got other brothers that are cooler.
Okay.
Yeah, I fuck with those guys.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, we're gonna answer it. My man Solo got a question.
This one is a comment to follow up.
Okay.
You can't make no excuses to become successful. Once you're successful, people make excuses for you. You can't do this and that. Prove them haters wrong.
You gotta prove them wrong, man. You gotta prove them wrong. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man. You need to prove them right. You prove them wrong. Hey, listen, we got this segment called Habits of a Winner, and I would like you to tell the audience some of the habits you formed that made you successful. Because you gotta be a millionaire right now, multi-millionaire. You gotta be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be. Come on, man. So, David.
Yeah.
What are some of the habits that you implement that have allowed you to become a famous YouTuber, you know, multi-millionaire business owner, multiple business owners? Like what, at such a young age, right? You know, what are some of the habits that you had to implement in order to accomplish that?
I mean, there's definitely like little habits, daily habits I enjoy doing, and maybe not enjoy doing, but I think work well. Like I take a cold shower every morning just because like it makes me be like, there's gonna be a bunch of shit I don't want to do today. So let's just start by doing it right now. You know what I mean? There's like
cold shower. How long you been doing that?
I don't know, years, man. Probably about 2015 or something, 2016. Yeah.
And how long are you in that cold shower?
A couple minutes, 2 minutes, maybe.
2 minutes. Yeah. You know, that's what's up. And what does that do for you? Like it makes.
I mean, partly it wakes you up, right?
Yeah.
Like it wakes you up. You don't need some caffeine to start the day necessarily. But I think more importantly is like it's a little bit toughens my mindset a little bit. I think just because like you're starting the day, you just want to have something comfortable and nice, and it's like now it's gonna be the opposite.
Yeah. You know, I do cold showers too. You know, but really because Huberman.
Well, no, it releases dopamine as
that's
well.
Why for the dopamine. For the dopamine,
you feel good after it. No, it's true. You also feel good after.
That's why I started doing it. But I get what you're saying too. It's like a mental toughness sort of thing.
Yeah.
So you don't need to. I do it on caffeine.
Yeah, well, I mean,
next level.
Yeah,
I'm a crazy person.
You are crazy with your caffeine. I know that. Yeah,
I love caffeine with my whole heart.
I mean, I still
My whole heart, everything is All right, what other habits? Cold showers.
I mean, I still think the most important habit at the end of the day is just like doing the shit that I told myself I was gonna do. And it's not like that's not like a daily habit, but just like I said I was gonna do these YouTube videos, I'm gonna do it. I know I need to get this. I don't know, man. This marketing plan done for the next launch. Like it has to be done, right? No matter what. But that's not necessarily a daily habit, but it's
you got to do that daily.
Yeah.
Like this time, I'm sure there's times you don't feel like it, David.
Because I feel like you can have a bunch of shitty habits. You could be fapping all day. You don't take a cold shower. You don't read. You don't meditate. You don't sleep enough. But if you have the habit of just like, I'm going to get the shit done that I said I was going to get done, then that shit doesn't really matter, for being honest.
Yeah. I think that's like an overall like big thing that's important. That everyone I know who's successful, they have that, right? You know, they do what they're supposed to do when they're supposed to do it.
Even if they have a bad day, you didn't sleep that much, you travel, you still do it.
You got to do it, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even like a decision, right?
Yeah, it's like you got to be. You don't have to feel good or feel like it to be consistent.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you got to show up. Well, okay. So showing up, cold showers. What else, man? Is there anything else?
At the beginning of my journey, I'd say like reading. It's tough now with the digital age when you can just get all the tips on YouTube and stuff. But I think when you sit there with the book, especially if it's something that you're really trying to work on, maybe it could be like, I don't know, man. I think I haven't read a book the last like 6 years though. I used to read like crazy, and then I just kind of stopped because I got so busy. But like, you sit there and read a book like about, I don't know, like Getting Things Done by like David Allen, like classic productivity book. Like, it's not like I watched a 15-minute YouTube video on it. Like I sat and with this book for hours. And I'm more likely to like actually implement the stuff now.
Yeah, you know. All right, so let me give you. I know you say you don't read a lot, and I don't read physical books as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But what I do is I got a tip that might. If you get the Kindle, the Kindle app, obviously you're familiar with it, right? With the Kindle app, and then you get the Kindle book and the audio book. Let me see if let me pick a book that does this, because not everyone does it. Okay. So one of my favorite books of all time is Relentless, by Tim Grover. Like I got it tattooed on me because I'm again a crazy person. But check this out. It'll read the book to you.
One great season doesn't make you a cleaner. You're supposed to play well. That's your responsibility.
Put it on the
to repeat that result
they can't see
over,
it.
season after season. Never satisfied.
Or maybe it's the other camera.
Makes someone truly relentless. Working through physical challenges.
So it's reading it to you.
Taste the sweetness of winning one more time.
And the reason that's so dope is because when I'm doing like cardio or something, I put it up here and it reads the book to me, but I'm reading it at the same time as well as the audiobook simultaneously. And what happens is you're using two of your senses simultaneously, and not only you comprehend it better, but you can do it when I do cardio, like on a bike or
you're not going to lose focus either. Start daydreaming or some shit.
So it's easy to put a book down. It's easy. That's my shit. I read like that more than I read physical books now.
Of course, that
was just a tip for the people.
No, it's a good tip. So reading.
Yeah, reading.
One that I used to do a lot, and not that I don't do these habits anymore, but some of them I guess I don't. But this one I still do actually. Kind of at the end of the day, doing a quick daily review, like, hey, what went well today? What should I do differently next time I'm in a similar situation? Because I think this allows people to build momentum fast. Because, like, let's say back when I was trying to like get better with girls, and I was a bitch with girls, I could be like, well, what did I do well today? Well, like I tried to talk to that girl at the gym. Yeah. What should I do differently? I gotta fucking ask her. Like, I gotta ask her out at the end next time. I gotta ask her if she wants to hang out. Like, I kind of pussied out at the end. So I think it allows you to build momentum without beating yourself up, and it kind of ingrains the mindset that like, what I do going forward is more important than what happened today, right? Like if I did some dumb shit today, it doesn't really matter if I get it right the next 10 times.
It's just about improvement, just trying to be better every day.
Yeah.
What do you write that in? Like, where do you write that? Do you write it on a notebook?
I used to have
I used to
have an app it's called like Grid Diary. And the cool thing about that is you can create a set of questions that you answer every day, but it like saves the responses. And each day it's like, so if you have 4 questions, it'll be like 4 blocks on the screen. So you can say, what am I grateful for today? Or like, what did I do well today? What should I do differently next time? Things like that.
And it will pop up every day.
Yeah. So you have a fresh page every day, and it saves the old responses.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. So basically a nightly recap.
Nightly recap.
You do that before you go to sleep, or just kind of in the afternoon, or
that'd be before going to bed. Before
going to bed.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else that you feel like the people would benefit from? Like the average. There's a guy right now, man. He looks up to you. He wants to beast.
Yeah,
he wants to know what happens, how he can beast.
Well, I think it depends, right? Because when I had really bad anxiety, I would meditate every day, and that helped me. And that helped me like learn how to master my breath. And now I don't need to meditate every day anymore because I think I really understand the breathing, and I can kind of just tap into that if I'm in a moment of, I don't know, something's crashing and burning in the businesses. You know, I can kind of do some quick breath work. I don't have to lay down for 10 minutes and meditate. But for about 2 years, I meditated every day for like 10 minutes.
Wow.
So I think if you're someone who struggles with anxiety, that can help you.
You found that very helpful.
I found that very helpful.
You know, I've been meditating for like, I don't know, 15 years, maybe longer than that.
Yeah.
And the main thing has helped me. I think it's helped other people around me live longer. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're not stressing them out with your shit.
Well, you got to read between the lines. You know what I'm saying? It saved me. Meditating has saved a lot of lives. Real talk though, I'm not lying. You know what I'm saying? Because there used to be times I used to have like real anger issues, man. I used to like fuck people up and shit. Send motherfuckers to the hospital and shit, you know, like, or worse, right? And it's like it's you know, it's not in the. And sometimes I'd be like, fuck, man, I didn't even have to do that. I didn't even have to fuck him up like that. You know what I'm saying? like I don't know, when you come from a background like I come from, it's kind of like you always on your toes, ready to fight. You're rewarded for being quick with your temper. Yeah. And I had to train that out of myself.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because
in that environment, it was needed.
Yeah, you're gonna do whatever you're rewarded for, right? Yeah. And I was rewarded for, you know, being fucking having a high temper, or like, oh, all right, I don't want to fuck with him. You know, you get respect, or people stay out of your way, and they watch themselves. But then it's like in different environments, that's not always appropriate. Yeah. I remember when we had the supplement line, like we had a fat burner, right? You know, and the manufacturer was in Long Island, and I had already paid them some money. Said, oh, you know, it's gonna be 50 cents more per bottle, which was a lot because it was a big order. Yeah, of course. And I don't know. I was like, no, that's not what we agreed on. I already paid him, man. I'm about to go down. I was telling my boy Brian, I'm about to go fucking. I was about to go to Long Island, show up. And he's like, nah, man, let me handle it, please. Just let me handle it. And he just like sent the email. I was about to fucking. I was about to go John Wick on these motherfuckers, you know. So you know, or Equalizer, not John, because.
Okay, that's Denzel.
Equalizer. You know, I'm sorry. So meditation.
Meditation to help your anxiety or to help the people around you not get their ass beat. Yeah, multiple. Yeah, no,
I like. So you don't have to do that now. You just do breath work. What does that look like? What's that entail?
Just knowing that if I focus on my breath, kind of, you know, especially like on the exhales, right? Because I feel like a lot of times when we get anxious, we don't really breathe out, right? And just like, and then we get into this like maybe our voice gets up here, like you just start to like lose your cool, right? You kind of like get emotional. And like in those moments, something with the businesses, maybe something with my girl, but in those moments, just be able to be like, when you can tell someone to breathe deep, but I feel like until you've done some hours and hours of meditation, you don't really understand what breathing deep is, you know?
Yeah, no, there's been times, man, where I have to start breathing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's either breathing or beating. This is one of the two, man. So,
but when you're breathing out and exhaling and breathing in, like it physically will lower your heart rate and your blood pressure. Like it actually,
I read
it's actually changing your physiology.
I read an amazing book recently. You would enjoy it, man. Let me just find the title because I don't want to fuck this up. But it was about a certain kind of breathing, right? That actually has been shown to improve your your HRV. You know what HRV is? So it's your heart rate, heart rate variability. Basically, it's like I'm explaining for them, right? Like your heart, it's like a drum. It moves at different speeds, right? So it'd be like, but you might need to speed up. You might need to speed up something. Then you need to slow down. But the faster you can move between fast and slow, the better your heart rate variability is. You want it to be variable, like so be able to switch the pattern at a moment's notice. But what happens is when people are stressed out, it like stays, it gets elevated and it stays elevated, right? So this book was what's the name of this book, man? I'm fucking up the show right now. Hold up. Because it was like one of the best books I read so far this year. Breathe. Let me type it in my Kindle. I know this is not good content.
I can throw another habit out there.
Heart, breathe, mind. Right. I know that sound like some motherfucking
Some like yoga shit.
Yeah, I know it sounds like some fucking hippie shit. Like I should be collecting crystals and shit. But no, it was like science. It's made by this this chick. She's a scientist and she's a G. And I actually measured my HRV with my Oura ring, and it's improved since I was using her breathing techniques every day. It's super dope.
I think breath work is everyone should do it. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey. I think it's valuable, especially
all these fucking businesses you run, right? Like that shit can be stressful. People don't understand how many employees you got.
Well, lately we've for having more freedom, we've switched because we were building a big office out in Austin. We had a bunch of people there, and I was like, man, I don't want to do this shit anymore. So now I rely on some more agencies than employ. We still have some direct employees and some remote workers and some VAs, but I don't know. But then with the coaching business, there's definitely like salespeople and setters and things like that. I don't know off the top of my head.
Really, I got about 34 now, and it's it can be stressful only because all their problems are your problem. And you got to handle them. You know what I'm saying? Because if they have a problem, then you got to either help them fix it or you got to find a way to work around it. You know what I'm saying? Like if they can't perform, and man, nice. It can be stressful, and not everybody. You got to really be able to manage your emotions in order to put up.
I think we got 12 plus several agencies that we use for video editing, for advertising, marketing, email marketing, that type of stuff. If I count the agencies, then it's a lot. I don't count. Well, I'm not counting the agency.
But no, I get it. It's still a big operation. And a lot of lives, a lot of people you're responsible for. That's what people don't take into account. Like you're responsible for these people's livelihoods. No,
but and then sometimes you kind of let things go on autopilot because you think it's all good, right? But that's kind of the nature of it, and then you realize this shit's been fucked up, man. And then that's when you really gotta like control the temper. I think
really be calm. All right, no, I think those are some good habits, man, for the people. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Let's run through a few super chats if we can. Thank you for that, though, man.
Of course,
I feel like that. I want to ask you more about the some dating shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's
talk about the dating shit.
In a minute. Look, after the super chat, Minovia.
We have Rage. Hey BBC, I started watching your fat burner vids and doing it in the morning. Just want to know if I can do my gym workout same day as the fat burner exercise.
Yeah, man. Yo, listen, I think your body will. Here's something that the fucking nerd fitness guys won't tell you. Your body can adapt to almost anything, man. Right? If you throw it out you, and the reason they want you to keep it. You know what I really hate is when these motherfuckers saying, oh, you gotta have something sustainable. You gotta, and I get it, but I feel like when they say that, they calling you a pussy, right? They said, no, you can't do it, ho, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, I do keto, right? I understand it's not for everyone, right? But cool. But they say that people can't sustain it, and I'm like, yo, man, you're not giving people enough credit. Like you saying they can't do it, and maybe most people can, but I'm not talking to people who want to be regular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I hear too with things like just because I am married and I'm in this red pill space, so I get questioned about it when I have a podcast. And stuff. And people throw out with the divorce rates above 50%. And I'm like, yeah, but that's for like average people.
Average people suck, bro.
But I'm like, average people average people's marriages fail. But average people, their incomes basically failed. What we'd say, their habits have failed, their health has failed. So like, why?
On this podcast,
if you're intentional with your life, man, the statistics don't necessarily apply to you.
No, the averages only apply to average people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Think about that. The averages only apply to average people, right? So, 50% of marriages fail, right? But fucking 80% of businesses fail. How many businesses you got? Like I counted like five,
something like
five successful businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers can't keep one afloat. Right, so you way above average, right? The average American has $1,000 in their bank account, 17 pounds overweight. You comparing me? Don't throw out fucking averages when you're talking to me, because you're talking about these motherfuckers with $1,000, less than $1,000 in their bank account. You talking to these motherfuckers who fat and shit, fat losers. When you talk about the averages.
Obviously some out of shape, broke ass guy who's never been intentional with his life. His marriage probably gonna fail too. Yeah.
He married the best chick he can find. Not the one he really wanted. No, not even the best chick you can find. The best chick who would take his broke fat ass. Right? You know what I'm saying? So he ain't really like her. She ain't really like him. But they both just doing the best they can do.
They just don't want to be lonely.
Right? It's for real. The averages only apply to those who are average.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If you are above average or you want to be above average, then it's like, you know, you don't have to look at those stats, man.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they're not useless, but
no, it gives you, it can help you with some
blind spots. I don't know. Yeah,
it can help you make better decisions, right? Or it's like if you know the averages are against you, if you know the stats are against you, that means you got to go super hard, right? When I started my businesses, all of my businesses, right? I know the statistics on business, so that means okay, I got to be all in on this shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you're doing the same shit with your marriage, like you're not fucking around, you know, like yeah. You know what I'm saying? My fault, man. That shit riled me up. Let me, before we get into more super chats, let's talk about the dating shit. Okay. Like a lot of these guys watching this, man, they want to get more girls or hotter girls. What would you say to that guy?
I mean, the situation depends, but you want to get more girls, you want to get hotter girls. There's two sides, right? There's two sides here. Mm-hmm. One is you have to take action. Okay. Right? Because even if you're wealthy, ripped, you still, as the man, are still going to have to take action to lead things forward. Girls rarely are just going to like show up naked in your bed, right? Like you're going to at least have to start the conversation. No, it can't happen. It can't happen. It has happened, but it's not the norm. Yeah, you don't depend on it. You don't depend. That's not a good mating strategy. Exactly. You still got to understand the dynamic, right? Of I'm going to lead the way forward. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to initiate things. I'm going to lead things forward the way I want it to go, right? Yeah. And a lot of guys look at that as a curse because like, oh, it's all my responsibility. I do all this shit, but it's also like, we also get to create what you want with it. So it's a double-edged sword. I always feel like we're better off than women in that regard because most women are kind of waiting for the guy to come to them, but like we can actually go after what we want. I mean, not that women can't. It's different. Well, it's kind of a turnoff a lot of times when a girl goes after what they want, right? A lot of times like you see like what's going on with this? Well, it's kind of aggressive, kind of masculine. Yeah, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So but I feel like the ball's in our court. Yes. For the most part. As long as we're okay with rejection. But that's like if you're not okay with rejection and failure, your businesses are not going to do well, your dating life's not going to do well, nothing's going to do well. So you saying that's one thing you got to do is be okay with a rejection and failure. Yeah. You know what, man? When I was first, I got sent away to an all-boys military school for high school. Yeah. Because I got in a little bit of trouble, man. You know, just nothing crazy, man. Just skipping school, you know, fight, shootouts, you know, regular shit. Yeah, of course. Regular middle school shit. Yeah. And I got sent away to a military school and it was all boys. Yeah. Right. And then I went to college. I was like, all right, I need to figure out this girl shit with the quickness. Right. So what I did was, this is kind of insane in retrospect, but I was 17. Right. I went to college when I was 17 because I'm smarter than you. All right. And so I was like, I'm gonna introduce myself to 5 new girls every day. Like I just started there, not trying to fuck them, not trying to be the fucking international playboy. Just meet girls because I hadn't went to school with girls. I hadn't like had a lot of conversations with women my age. But that took a lot of like, I mean, 17-year-old like that was an advanced like thought that you had. Yeah, well, I had read a lot of books and shit. Yeah, you know, and I'm and I get credit for it because I joke around a lot and I talk like a slave. But like people don't understand how people. No, but I'm saying that's not. You're saying that's like a funny thing, but it's also kind of like a genius thing. Yeah. 5 girls a day, and what happened was, you know, halfway through the school year, I was just like super popular. Like I knew like everybody. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like because everywhere I go, there was like girls I knew, and then guys wanted to know me because of that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like super popular, and I wasn't in no fraternities and no shit like that. Like I knew everybody, and you know. When you know almost all the girls in school at that point, you know what I'm saying, or at least the hot ones, you know, things kind of like proximity, things kind of work out in your favor. Yeah. No, yeah. You said, but you got to be okay with rejection. Even that's what I'm saying. Even rejection, but that's how I started, just super small, just introducing myself. And some of them like kind of weird, but you know, after a while, it wasn't weird. That's the same shit I kind of had to go through. Yeah, but maybe it was 24 or something when I was like, all right, I got to get the shit figured out. And that was like, I'm going to try any attractive girl I see throughout my day, the grocery store, the gym. I got to at least go say hi. I don't got to ask them all out, but I at least got to go say hi or like ask an innocent question, you know? So I think that's part of it, is having that ability. Now, the other part of it is as you level up, you gain access to like hotter and hotter girls, basically, right? Because if you're broke and you're out of shape, that women aren't going to be attracted to that, right? That opens the door. But now, now let's say you're in shape, but you're still broke. you can make that work. You're gonna take your shots. You
Especially
can make
if
that
you're
work.
young.
Yeah, if you're
that could
young.
work.
No, so that's the other thing, age as well,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, but now as you level those things up, regardless of age, it's like you're unlocking like the next door. You're like getting access to the next level on the elevator, right?
Yeah.
And as long as you're actually okay with rejection and you're going after things, so I think those are the two main things. I've never been a fan of like game and like you gotta like push, pull, and negger and DHV. You know all these old terms.
Oh
man.
yeah,
Not that there's no value at all, but I've been more fan of like level up your life and then just take the shots.
Yeah. I like that strategy. That's the kind of strategy I took. I am friends with those guys, right? Like
you're with all the RSD guys.
Yeah, like those were my. Owen's like my mentor.
I used to watch all his videos.
He's like a big brother to me. You know what I'm saying? Owen from RSD.
He's an OG.
He's definitely like a big brother, and even like business mentor. Like, cause they were making so much money.
I
mean,
they were,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm at liberty to say on camera, but it was whatever you think it was. It was way. It was fucking way more. You know what I'm saying? And I went out with those guys, and I've seen them do. Like, people thought those videos were staged at one point.
Yeah.
Nah,
I believe
it wasn't staged. But so there is that. But at the same time, I always felt like they're teaching these guys. This was a thought I was having. They're teaching these motherfuckers to pretend to be me or to pretend to be like me, right? Maybe, and maybe they needed it, right? Because I would go, I would go to some of the events and I'd be like, oh, some of these motherfuckers.
No, if you have a lot of social awkwardness, you gotta also like figure out how to be more socially aware.
But I wasn't like a natural, but what I did was I focused on myself, kind of like what you're saying. At the same time, just try not to be weird around girls. That's why I wanted to meet so many, and but I never learned game. Yeah. Right. Even though I read the books, and I'm friends with the best teachers in the world. And like, I never used the game. In fact, I was like, man, I break all these rules.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that can work because I was friends with a lot of these guys in Boston who were in deep in the game. And they always looked at me as like the silent killer, but that's because I just did my own thing, and then I would just, because also what I realized, like the guy the girl goes home with is not necessarily the highest value guy or the guy who has the best game. It's just like the best option she has that actually just takes the shot. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just by taking the shot alone, that's why I started getting laid consistently. It doesn't happen unless if you never ask her, hey, you want to come back to my place, you're never gonna get laid. Yeah. So just by just starting to like just do that, things will change. Yeah, and then. Do you think it becomes? Well, you've been fucking in a relationship for so long, man. I don't even know to ask you. I never experienced dating with clout. I never had the clout while I was dating.
Yeah. What do you think would be different if it was now?
I mean, I'd just be on a higher elevator floor, I guess. You know what I mean? I'd just have more like Instagram would probably be. Yeah. I just know for my friends, Instagram would probably be enough just to sustain like really hot girls.
Yeah. But
that doesn't eat away at me though. It doesn't really.
Yeah, no, you don't like. I mean, your girl. Everybody know you. It's your girl. Like, I don't think they think you tripping about it.
No. I'm very. But I also got it out of my system even before I had the clout. Still. I still want for a couple of years. That was like my priority before the businesses, right?
So that was super young.
So that was like trying to go 3, 4, 5 dates a week. It was me and my buddy Dave Parada. He does YouTube as well, but we were living together in Boston and Spain. It was just like every night me and him were on a date with a different girl. Like every night we were just, and I think I went overboard with that, but I also got it out of my system. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I know about going overboard with that shit. I understand. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. I do think most guys probably need to get it out of their system.
I just feel like I look back at some of those times and I just think, man, I know a guy who didn't have as much fun as me, didn't date as many girls and all that shit. And he's like legit 10 times more wealthy than me. And he's 10 years younger. Yeah. You're right. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, I squandered a lot of my fucking time on empty victories. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But for me, I still feel like dating was still maybe a little bit of like, dating and fitness, they were like the gateway drugs to entrepreneurship, right? Because once I got over the dating thing, because I always thought it wasn't gonna happen for me. Then once I got over rejection there, it was almost like, what else could I do? What else could we do? What else could we do? I think business was the next natural thing.
Yeah, maybe some guys need to like accomplish, especially young guys, because I feel like guys who are, I'm 40, right? So I know what it's like to be young. I was young once, and it's when you're young, you actually haven't done a lot, so you actually do have something to prove. And I think that's one of the ways guys kind of prove themselves. You know, it's weird. Guys talk about girls seeking validation, but I think a lot of guys are seeking validation by how many women they have sex with.
Yeah, no, that's no, 100%, man.
Yeah.
I think most guys, they care more about the women they sleep with because of what the other guys they know are going to think about it.
Yeah.
I think that's the real motivation at the end of the day. Is you don't want to be the guy who's like just hearing the stories your friends are telling. You want to be the guy telling the stories.
But there's something about that makes me think, man, what if you did something like important instead? What if you use that energy on something that's like actually valuable?
But when we're young, that's what feels important, man.
No,
right?
I get it. But you know, I'm just afraid that, you know, there's going to be a lot of guys who grew up in the YouTube, who grew up with YouTube, right? I was already an adult when YouTube came out, right? Who grew up with YouTube and grew up with all this advice, who are going to be my age with nothing but a bunch of funny stories to tell.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's my fear.
Well, I think there's been a bit of a reaction to it lately, where there's guys who are now even, I'm hearing more and more, like, you know, this return to traditional values of like, even as a man, save yourself till marriage. Like, wait for and I mean, I'm always someone who takes the middle path. So I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of just whoring yourself out, and like making that your only goal in life. But I think there's some value to dating different girls before if you are going to settle down, before you decide who you're going to settle down with.
If nothing else, to see.
Yeah,
or to see what you like, you know, if you've never drank wine before, you can't tell me what the kind of best wine
I'm
is.
just gonna have that one for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know unless you pick? Now,
Yeah.
if you ask a Sommelier or Somalian, what are they called? The wine guys, Somalians.
Somalians?
Yeah, that's the guys who know all about wine.
Those are the guys from Somalia.
Yeah, then you go to a restaurant, there's a Somalian who tells you all about wine. Everybody, come on, man. You ain't been to enough high-end restaurants, man. We'll take out where you live. So the Somalian comes by and he knows all about wine. He's a wine expert. He can tell you trust him.
Man, now I know to trust the Somalian. I didn't know before, man. Now I know. Here we go.
Oh, how you pronounce that, man?
Somalian.
Yeah. Oh, Somalian. All right, cool. Maybe we got super chats. Maybe we got some super chats.
We have Blackjack Mastery.
Okay.
My online sports consulting business generates 100K a year. My goal is to scale it to 1 million per year. I post my results on IG and use hashtags and boost post button to drive traffic. Should I use Google Ads instead?
Well, we got an entrepreneur with fucking 27 businesses here. What would you do if you was in this position? How to beast?
My business 100K a year. My goal is to scale to 1 million per year.
Yeah.
I post my results on IG and use hashtags and the boost button to drive traffic. Should I use Google Ads instead?
I think you should stop using that boost button.
Yeah.
That shit was put there by Meta in order to fucking take money for people who don't know how to run ads.
I don't fully understand what an online sports consulting business is.
Yeah, he's Blackjack Master. I don't know if it's something he can use for. If it's like sports betting or gambling, he's not gonna be able to run ads to that. But if it's like just he's helping people with sports,
but what? Sports consulting?
Hey, listen. Let's just assume that it's something that can be advertised on platforms.
But is it like a high ticket thing?
Oh no, you can't advertise that.
We sell sports picks. So for gambling.
Yeah. You know what, man? So all right. I actually have I'm reluctant to tell you this because you'll be competing with my nephew. But my nephew, Legal Licks on Instagram, you know, he's this motherfucker loves sports since he was a kid, man. Like he's type of motherfucker who knows everything. He'll tell you players' shoe sizes and shit, right? And he's like really good at picking winners, and he like makes a lot of money actually doing it. And I kind of helped him. I consulted him to build his business up just because. I mean, it's not something I do, but I only work with online trainers, but there's been a lot of other people in different businesses. A lot of dating people have come to me from my conditional heart disease, and I've helped them all build businesses and make a lot of money. But that's not something I advertise. Anyway, I helped my nephew, and so what we did was, here's what worked. This is gonna help you because you can't do traditional advertising, right? If I were you out right now, I would rely on Instagram, right? And maybe even TikTok, right? But and YouTube Shorts. Those would be the platforms I would focus on. Not even regular YouTube Shorts, right? Because that's popping right now. Now, but on Instagram, what you want to do, that's kind of going to be your focus because you can do this. You want to buy shout outs on pages that your fucking fan base or your potential client base would be watching, right? So what we did, we would find like just pages about sports that people, or even sports meme pages, and have him pay them for shout outs, and then he'd get a bunch of traction. And on the day of the shout out, he would have tons of results from satisfied clients, and then DM him for more advice. And that's really how we grew it. And he's making way more than 100K a year. Not to shit on you, right? You didn't have me as a coach, right? So it's not, but you just did. Right. Until you do that strategy, you got to rely on shout outs for growth, because you can't use paid advertising for that. You'll get your shit banned for life. That's all. That was fucking hard. That was some good ass advice. I was reluctant to tell him that because he's going to compete with my nephew, but there's enough money to go around.
There's enough people around.
Yeah. Yo, BBC. Thanks for the baller mindset course. Been working 2 jobs 7 days a week since November. There's no excuse to be broke in America. Let's go.
Let's get this money, man. Get this money. That baller mindset course. I know it sounds like it's funny but like, we put a lot of effort in this shit. That shit is fucking dope. It was, even if you were broke boy, it's going to help you turn your life around, man. No bullshit. First link in the description.
We have Liam. Brandon, I'm working a full-time sales job and have a couple side hustles, taking home about 8K every month. How do I go to the next level? 25 to 50K a month.
Full-time sales job. The easiest way for you to make more money now is improve your closing rate on your sales calls, right? Listen, the best salespeople. This is not average, so these numbers are gonna sound crazy, but I know salespeople who close 80%. Right? I was one of them when I did sales, and there's 2 guys on my team who do 80% of. If you don't count the no-shows, they do 80%, but they do over 50% even if you count the no-shows, right? So if you can improve your close rate, that's the easiest way. You just make more money with less work, right there. You know what I'm saying? Then you invest, you spend more than you earn. You earn more than you spend, right? And then invest the rest in your businesses and shit. But improve your close rate. That's the easiest thing to do, man. The best sales teacher right now, he should be paying me for this, is a dude named Jeremy Miner. He has the best course on sales. I had all my sales people go through it. It's Jeremy's a G. He's the best, better than all these motherfuckers. Like seriously, he's the only one. He's the only one I'd be willing to recommend. Yeah, and that's fucking free advice, man. Damn. All right. I had another question for you, man, but I forgot it when I started talking about this. Do you think having a girlfriend for so long and being with one person has helped you become successful?
Yeah, I think it's been a net positive impact.
In what regard? Tell me more.
Well, I'm someone who, like I said, I was kind of, when I was single, I was prioritizing dating different girls a lot. Yeah, and that shit's, it eats away at time, it eats away at sleep.
Come on, man. And they're mental terrorists.
And you're balancing. There's a little bit of raised anxiety when you're spinning plates. You know what I mean? You have different girls you're like texting and stuff. So I think not only that it was one girl who I was with, but like we talked about, she was like the most supportive she could have been in terms of the way up.
She was working for free on the way up. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, she's the first employee and non-paid and then also paid after that. But she got paid and stuff though, right?
So even now that you're successful, like a lot of guys. So I get this question like when I go on Fresh and Fit or it says, "Hey man, Brandon, you got millions of dollars. Why don't you just have a harem of hoes?"
Yeah.
Why don't you? I know why I don't, but why don't you?
That wouldn't be optimizing for the things that I personally want to optimize for. Like not only the support I get, like not only like the companionship in terms of living together, building our life together, traveling together. To the sex life, I'm fully satisfied. Like there wouldn't be.
You sure? Let me see some videos. No, I'm fucking with you.
My point is like, what am I? My question would be like, what am I? Yeah. What would be the benefit? There's a lot of costs we just talked about, right? There's going to be reduced time. There's going to be increased anxiety. And then like when some girls inevitably fall off of the haram, then you got to kind of go, find. And not every girl just because she's hot is going to be cool to hang out with repeatedly. It's a revolving sales funnel. You're going to be closing leads all the time. That's another business to take care of, man.
And it's energy. Like guys who are spinning plates and have like
they're sleeping
rotation.
Less too, man. Yeah,
they're not sleeping as much. Their well-being is not. It's chicks are fucking crazy.
It depends what you want to optimize for. If you want to optimize for that and that alone, but it is going to come at the expense of other things.
If you're optimizing for dopamine, then you want to have as many fucking new hoes as possible, right? But if you're optimizing for victory, I don't think there's no way you can convince me that strategy is optimal. Right? Like if you're just chasing dopamine and you want as much fucking dopamine as possible, then different hoes every night, right? But if you are optimizing for like long-term success and building generational wealth for yourself and your family, then one girl is optimal.
It's a different game, man.
It's a different game.
And I've been through that phase. I've done that for some years, and
No, I feel that. Let's do some rapid fire super chats before we get out of here, man.
All right.
We have Ashton. Hey, Brandon. A lot of gems on John's podcast. Got the sales job. Selling signups for a large dog rehoming charity door to door. Any advice for first starting? Family is doubting me.
Your family's doubting this, brother, man. What you tell them, man? What you gonna tell them?
I mean, you gotta make the commitment with yourself, like we're talking about, man. The commitment with yourself has to be like above all else, right?
Yeah.
Like this is what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll fail. That's okay. But I'm putting all my eggs in this basket. Like, this is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Yo, listen, Buddha.
You got to learn to like self-validate,
Buddha left his family. Yeah. So, and then you see what he did.
Well, you
left them, man.
But you got to leave your family one way or another. Maybe it doesn't have to be a falling out. But you got to go out on your own at some point, bro.
Buddha left his wife and his newborn son. He was like, I'm out, man. I'm sitting under these trees. I'm not saying that's advice, but look at the results. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. What else? That's a true story, man.
Buddha?
Yeah, man. Fuck them kids. That's what Buddha said. I know he's not even black, right? All right, what is it? That's what you were thinking. I saw it in your house. No. Go ahead. What's up?
Is he Somali?
Frosty 300.
Big Frost.
Tips to cut 10 to 15 pounds after finishing a mini bulk.
10 to 15 pounds.
Might not have been a mini bulk.
Hey, man, that's a lot of. I don't know. I think you should. Personally, I think you should get ripped first, even if you're skinny fat, then cut. Because then bulk, right? Because when if you got 15 pounds of fat on you and you bulk, it's not going that
you still look
muscle.
bad.
It's not going to be impressive.
I'm in the same boat. A lot of people disagree, I think, and say like you got to do the dirty bulk and then cut down. But I think you're not going to be happy with yourself. Yeah. We also know your hormones are more optimized when you're at a lower body fat percentage.
Yeah. And it's easier
and just gain like 1 pound a month or some shit.
There's something that happens after a cut. Like after a cut, there's something that happens if you go straight into a bulk, right? This I can't explain it. And I talked to the guys from Mind Pump, Mind Pump, the podcast.
I've heard of it.
I don't know, but they smart ass fitness nerd dudes, and I fuck with them. And they agreed with me because they train like strict bodybuilders. I never trained bodybuilders, and they said, man, all of them they agreed right after they cut for a show. Yeah, the bulk after that is just it's some special that happens after
and
that.
If you don't go too fast,
if you don't go too fast, right, you don't want to go crazy, but. For this brother, man, I mean, it's super simple to lose. I mean, burning fat is like so simple. I don't even know why there's so many fucking whole industry on it. Burn more calories you consume. What I do is I track my calories. I burn with my Oura Ring, and I track the calories I eat, and I just eat less.
If I'm trying to burn fat, because I don't track calories that much anymore, and I know you're like religious about it.
Well, I'm old too, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, how old are you?
33.
33. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, listen. You don't have to. I mean, you depends on who you're competing with, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if I'm trying to lose weight, if I just basically have protein shakes throughout the day and eat one meal at the end of the day, I'm gonna be in a caloric deficit. And I'm gonna be satiated.
You know what I tell guys who like aren't going to track calories, which is almost everyone, right? You know, but especially my entrepreneur friends, I just tell them, man, I was saying this before I even went keto. I was saying, like, just eat meat and vegetables, green leafy vegetables, right? If you do that, you're probably gonna be in the deficit. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I helped. I think he's gonna come out the video. Dude, John Panea, you know, the Asian dude. All right, well, he's Asian, and and he's like he's a YouTuber shit, does entrepreneurship shit, and like I gave him that plan, and he like got kind of ripped doing that shit. It's like it's super simple.
Yeah.
That's what I did when I was a fitness model, because I wasn't like tracking calories aggressively then. I would just, when it was time to cut, just meat and vegetables, and I noticed my skin would clear up too. That's kind of what led me down the keto path, like doing that shit. Yeah. Let's try to answer one or two more. I know Nima trying to go home and oh, you wanted to elaborate on the date, and I thought you were saying speed it up, fucking asshole. You did this, and what I heard was, Brandon, you're a fucking dick. I hate working for you. Speed it up. I'm like, okay. But you just wanted us to talk more.
You guys are working your hand signals.
Yeah, we got to work on that. Well, you know, man, he's from Iran.
Okay.
So anytime he gives me a signal, I'm a little scared.
Yeah, let's move on.
Like, I don't want to piss him off. He's really good at his job, but you know. Sharia law over there, man.
It's different. It's a different world, man. It's a different world.
We over here talking about one woman. He's like, wait a minute, you guys don't have 20 wives? What the fuck, gringos? All right. Here's another super chat. Yo, I'll be thinking like, sometimes I'll be like, man, I'm somebody's dad. Why am I like this? All right, what any other super chats?
Avery, shout out to him for giving $10.
You know, man, yep. I feel you, bro. Yep. I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. I think that's what we're all thinking. Yeah.
That's all the super chats for tonight.
That's all the super chats. All right, man. So you don't care about this no more. What do you care about? What's your thing now? I fuck with this shit. I think
no, man. It's not done. It's just. I know. This is reworking the strategy.
Yeah, I like it, man.
We might have to do our own version.
Hey, the Thot Repellent.
We might have to do our own version.
That's it. We just want to get it out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Avery came back with a real question.
He forgot to add the comment. Yep.
That's all. It happened.
So he donated 20. Brandon, I have 2,000 saved. I got hired and also do Uber on the side. I'm interested in starting a mobile car wash business, but have bad credit. Should I fix credit first or dive into starting business?
Motherfucker. Okay, Avery, I fuck with you because you gave me $20, right? That's how you like my love can be bought. So you ain't got enough leverage to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to get more leverage. You know, you don't have credit and you only got $2,000. You ain't making no real moves with that. Congratulations on that, right? You know, and congratulations on getting a job and fucking hustling Uber on the side, right? Because you broke, right? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I've been broke, but I did what you did. I fucking hustled. I worked as hard as possible. And what you're going to do is you're going to gather up that money and use it as leverage to deploy against your goals. But you got to go through that phase where you fucking working hard because I mean, it's hard to start with no leverage, bro. You know, like you listen to me and him, he said he had saved up some cash for it. He was able to invest in the cameras,
the safety net. Yeah.
Come on, man. And the safety net. Right. So listen, Baller Mindset course is just for you. I honestly, like there's nothing to sell you, right? I'm literally giving it for free. There's no upsells in there. It's not like a funnel where it's like I already beat click funnels. Like I want it. You know, like when they give you the 10 million, I was like, okay, I won that game, so now it's free. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about you.
All right, what's up?
What should they know about you, man? What do you want? What parting words you want to leave with the audience, man? Yeah, it's on the spot.
Yeah, it's on the spot.
There's another super chat. We're gonna let him think.
Okay.
You gonna think he's gonna say something real cool? I know it. We'll read the super chat. Blackjack back.
Thanks for the advice. Google Ads allows certain keywords relating to sports picks. Is it better to hire a Google Ads manager to run it for me?
It's better to do what I told you to do. like I'm telling you, man. Like I told my nephew to do that shit, and he's making way more. Like, yo, he's making. Yo, at one point he was making like $100,000 a month. Like no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like the strategy I gave you is legit. I shouldn't have gave it to you. Matter of fact, you're gonna piss me off, Blackjack. If it wasn't for that $5. If you didn't buy my love, I'd be screaming on you right now. You know what I'm saying? All right, what you got?
Man, I got too much. It was a good conversation, man. I'm just happy to be here.
No, man, I love talking to you.
I'm happy to be here, man. Be laughing with you, man.
It feels, I do want to apologize for being such a terrible influencer, man. I did film the videos, but I don't know.
I'll see you some more.
Listen,
You
man,
filmed
because
the video.
you were there when I filmed it, wasn't you?
On your iPhone a year ago. Nima was not there.
Oh, you filmed it.
You make it seem like it's a big production.
I'm okay. So here's the thing. I stopped doing sponsorships years and years ago because I'm bad at this shit. I be forgetting to post this shit.
Nah, to be fair, when we talked on the phone, you set a realistic expectation. I just wanted to send you some at the end of the day. I wanted you to have your watermelon, man.
I said no to like when you were trying to like I think you wanted to pay me or give me something. I said, listen.
No, you were this way. You were up front. You send it to me, and maybe I'll throw it in the video.
But I was like, I want to help you because I like you and I like what you're doing. I want to help, and I didn't, but I wanted to.
Yeah, it means.
And something. I think that means something.
It means something. I'm not that much, but it means something.
We helping now, though, man.
Yeah,
we helping now. Listen, I really do like this pre-workout. It's fucking stacked, and apparently I like it more than him. Apparently,
no, so you can't keep that one. I need that for tomorrow.
I didn't like the blue raspberry. You know, what I'm saying? I have a genetic predisposition for liking watermelon.
I'll send you watermelon. You want pink lemonade as well or no? Just watermelon.
All right, just watermelon. 2 watermelons. If you're going to send both, make it 2 watermelons.
All right, 2 watermelons. We got that.
And this shit is dope. Honestly, this shit is dope.
I mean, look, bro. I think anyone who's tried it,
yeah,
it's better than any other pre-workout out there in terms of like the actual ingredients in it. It is,
yeah.
But,
and that's why you ain't making no money, man. Because it's like
our profit margins are a little slim on
it.
Yeah. But,
you got 8 grams of citrulline.
Yeah,
I know that's the most expensive ingredient in here, right?
Maybe the nitrogen that's one of the pump ingredients. That might be one of the more.
I know. Well, listen, I ain't even put that in my pre-workout when I had it, and I was like 8 grams of citrulline. I was like, nah.
No, a lot of people do like
I did 6.
Was it citrulline or was it the citrulline like malate?
No, it was citrulline.
Okay.
Yeah, it was expensive, right? I wanted it to be good, right?
Yeah.
Like 6 grams. I was like, okay,
no,
I can stand behind this.
Yeah, no, 6 grams is good. Anything above 4 grams, I think, is solid.
Yeah, that's why like C4, man. Like every time people ask me about C4, I'd be like, nah.
That's the Walmart pre-workout now.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
It's like it's cool if you just want some caffeine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not a good pre-workout. It's more of an energy drink
at this point.
Yeah.
Like a powder. Yeah. It's not save your money.
Yeah. You got to compete. Here's the thing. 3D Guzman shit.
Yeah.
That's ended up in my videos.
Yeah.
And
I think they shut that down. No.
Oh,
maybe not.
Maybe not because they send it to me all the time.
Yeah.
And it just ends up in videos.
Yeah.
Like I don't be trying. So does Prime.
Yeah.
Like it just ends up in videos because they send it to me. Like every time somebody comes over, like you guys want some Prime? Please take some Prime.
No, you tried to get me to get some Prime.
I got more Prime than I could drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they keep sending it. That's the
when I was living here, I
something
did
to learn.
a 3D thing, so we'd just be giving it to the doorman at our building. You know, take this case of 3D, brother.
I don't not like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that's the key.
They would send a lot. I think
they
don't drink
know
a lot of you drink a lot of caffeine. I just have my pre-workout.
I love caffeine.
If I'm not lifting, I'll have a coffee. But otherwise,
I'll drink pre-workout, caffeine. I drink pre-workout. I got caffeine pills. I got espresso machine.
Yeah.
It's not even like I'm tired.
Yeah.
I just like being wired.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing it to wake up.
I gotta be wired to go to the gym. I want to be wired.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's how I roll.
Yeah, cool.
That's how I roll. I'm on caffeine right now. It's been a great episode of the Community Podcast. Hey man, shout out to my man How to Beast. You probably already subscribed to him. Oh, I do want to show you one more thing before we get out.
All right, show me.
One more thing. This, I think you're gonna find this humorous. So remember, I took 2 years off of YouTube, right?
I do.
And so when I came back, I was like, all right, bet. Who are the people I'm gonna look at for inspiration, right? And hold on, don't show it yet, Nebo.
I will look at it.
But okay, so I was like, a lot of them were my homies. Hold on, let me find this shit. Let me just make sure there's no fucking crazy shit on here. All right, so I will put my a lot of them my homies. I pretty much know all you guys, so you can show it now. Right, so I was like, all right, these are the people I need to fucking compete with. You know what I'm saying? So it was you, my man Austin Dunham. You know what I'm saying? Fresh and Fit, and not even compete with. It's like they're doing their thing.
Yeah. So
I'm like, all right, these are all my friends. Let me see what's up. You know what I'm saying? So
I like how that graph. I don't know what that graph means, but I like how
this is vid IQ. Yeah. You winning whatever. This is the view.
I don't know what it is.
This is I be looking at this shit. So this is the views right now. You beating Fresh and Fit. You beating me over the last 30 days. And I look at this shit, but not necessarily to compete, but as like a metric.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I was looking at subscribers.
I'm honored to be in the.
Come on, man. Yeah, like you was already there. You know what I'm saying? Like
probably before we even talked.
Yeah, it was before it was because I just all right. Who are the guys who I feel like are doing this shit well? You know what I'm saying? And then it even looked like a video's posted, right? You know what I'm saying? So like I average daily views. You killing that shit, man. You're killing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Average daily views, yeah.
You beating me and all my homies.
The shorts, man. The shorts all pop off.
Austin need to step his game up, man. Yeah. The short.
he's gonna be he's coming in town tomorrow, the next day.
That's my guy, man.
Yeah.
You know, his first course was ran by. So when he put out his first course, one of my students, the kid I mentored, he was like doing all the behind the scenes stuff. He built all the funnels and he was running ads. And he came to me, man, I just got this big influencer and I'm nervous. And I was like, listen, all right, calm down. His name Miguel. I was like, Miguel, calm down. We're gonna make sure this works. So I helped him with his funnel. I was like, no, you need this shit. So I'm out here writing copy for Austin. And then I was like, then we doing the ads. I was like, all right, let's change it. And I'm like running. I'm in at Austin's ads manager. I'm running Austin's ads, and you don't even know it. And then, but now Miguel, like, he's probably better than me at this shit now because I have employees who do this shit, right?
Yeah.
Miguel's the man right now, and he runs his shit. Austin still does work, but he does behind the scenes shit. They both killing it now, man. They both making a lot of money.
Austin's good dude.
Yeah,
I don't know Miguel, but sounds like a good guy.
He's a good dude, man. And he runs a lot of fitness influencers, like them the black red pill fitness influencers.
The black,
the black red pill.
People say black pill's a thing now too.
No.
You're talking about red
the
pill,
African American red pill,
the Somalian one.
Yeah, the Somalian red pill. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, okay, let's leave it at that. We're cool. I don't get a lot of guesses. We're over time. All right. I just want to ask you more questions. What do you think about the red pill space now? Because it used to be like my boys RSD, you know, Owen's like a mentor of mine, big brother. It was like RSD, maybe it was some simple pickup, maybe Roosh was in that. But
Roosh, yeah, man. I remember Roosh.
Roosh was like my boy.
Back in the day, was the website Return of Kings was his like. I used to do guest posts on Return of Kings. That was where I got a lot of my initial blog traffic from. I don't think I ever told anyone that publicly.
Oh shit! Like
Return of Kings. That was
me and Rooch were like friends. We used to hang out during that time.
I mean, I've messaged with them a lot, emailed them. I never hung out with them.
That was my.
He's a real OG.
That was actually my boy. So that was the initial. Then it went more like into Rolo. I feel like it evolved in the Rolo rational male space, and now it's at it's fresh and fit,
it's like
and,
mainstream,
and a few other guys. Where do you think about where it's going, and what do you think about the state of it right now?
I mean, it's taken on. It's this when you say red pill, can mean a lot of things, but I mean like I guess it's like male self-improvement advice that's a little bit more like edgy and based more in like gender dynamics. And I think it's a double-edged sword. That's always been I think it's good for guys to be more aware of like, this is how it should actually works with girls, right? And this is like actually how they're programmed. And now it's almost a bit like counter to feminism in terms of I don't know, fighting for like awareness of what's like how things really are. So I think it's a good thing. I think the problem is you get a lot of bitter guys who use it as like a cope to like, well, I'm not even gonna waste my time with women because they're all just trying to fucking use me and cheat on me, and like they're all just like a bunch of sluts, and like it's not. So I think as long as you have like a good mindset, and maybe someone doesn't have a good mindset, they're screwed either way, right? But I think as long as you got like a good mindset and you're like I don't know, your priorities like improve your life and the life of the people around you, then the red pill is like it's a good reality to be aware of, and it's good to be aware of it. But if you're just like a loser and then you see the red pill stuff and then you take it as like, well, I shouldn't even try because what's the point of trying anyway? That's like the downside of it.
You know what I don't like about it, like I'm a fan of it, because I grew up with that shit, and Owen is like my big brother, right? And I'm super cool with Myron and Fresh, and like I actually I was Myron's mentor, like when he was starting his business.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then he took that and leveraged it into the podcast. But there is a segment of that demographic, not necessarily Fresh and Fit or anyone. There's a segment that I feel like has a adversarial relationship with women. Right. Almost like the anger. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, if I'm on Fresh and Fit and I give a compliment to one of the girls, oh, that was good. I like what you said there. Fucking simps. like you can't even be nice to a hoe, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. I just
no. I
where
agree.
do you think that comes from?
I mean, I think it comes from there's been a lot of guys who've been like lonely, and it's not like when a girl's lonely, maybe society rallies behind her. There's a lot of lonely guys who feel just like losers, and like society doesn't care about them, and then they feel like they have like this some empowerment through this maybe, but then it can turn into like a bit of an echo chamber, I think, of like this who hates on women the most, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like just from what I know about life, you can't get the thing you hate, right? Like if somebody hates rich people and you're probably not gonna get rich. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, if the dude genuinely hates the women, then you probably just shouldn't. Like, what's the point of like trying to level up and date? Like, it's like the analogy I use, like you're a guy who like hates pizza, and all you want to do is like hate on pizza, but then like you're structuring your whole life to eat pizza. What's the fucking point, man?
I think another part that's kind of dangerous, right, is if you only focus on the bad things you see some women do, right? You see women do, right? The bad things. If you only focus on that, then you're going to see more of it.
Of course.
Right? Like, it's like when you got your first car, you saw that car everywhere, right? Yeah. Same shit, right? Like
they sound like the law of attraction, but it's just like whatever your like conscious attention is drawn to, you're going to notice more.
Yeah, it's not even, it could be the law of attraction. I don't know if that's bullshit or not. I don't know, right? But just on some basic psychology shit.
If I'm thinking I want to get a Porsche, I want my next car to be the Porsche Taycan. I want to be then every one I see out there, I'm going to be like, oh man, they're everywhere now.
Yeah, your brain is called the reticular activation system, part of your brain. So it's gonna notice this thing more. Yeah, and it's gonna. But here's where it gets fucked up. It will allow you won't see the other stuff. You won't see the stories like your girl, right? Who was with you when you was down, broke. She was doing fucking better than you. It sounds like, right? You know what I'm saying? And she worked for you for free to build your business. Held the camera while you was fucking picking up girls for the business, right? You won't even see that.
And maybe that's a minority, but that doesn't mean it's not.
That doesn't mean it's not there.
It doesn't mean it's not a reality.
And if you think
but anything better than average is not is a minority,
right? Yeah. And when you saw that car, you started seeing that car everywhere. It's not, you didn't attract that car. It was there all the time. You just didn't notice it because your attention wasn't on it.
Yeah.
Right. But now that your attention's on it, you see it everywhere.
Nah, if every girl's a dumb hoe's gonna cheat on me, then every example I see of that, it's like, see, that's what I'm talking about. So another dumb hoe cheated on this guy. And then when you see a happily married person, you don't even notice it.
You won't even notice it. When you hear, you won't even notice stories like like you told about your girl. You won't even notice.
Or you'll write it off to like, yeah, but she's gonna cheat on him eventually.
Yeah.
You don't even consider it. Yeah.
Or Hormozi's wife, man, who stuck by him. Yeah. He told her to leave because he was so broke.
That's what she's a great.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's you won't even see it. And I'm not saying it's a majority. I'm like, but if you are constantly focused on how negative women are, if that's your only focus, then that's all you're gonna see.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's all you're gonna see.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. And you might even have a good girl. You might even meet a girl who's like good, but you're gonna be looking for her flaws. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're gonna be, exactly. You're gonna be looking for like red flags that maybe don't exist.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of like you setting her up to fail, you setting yourself up to fail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you kind of robbing yourself of the chance of even finding something beautiful, right? And then it's like, what, are you gonna not have kids now, or you're not gonna have a family ever because all bitches are hoes? Like, you know, it's like it's. I mean, there are a lot of bitches and hoes.
No, and it's good, and it's good to be aware also that that's a reality, and a lot of women operate in a certain way. But
you don't want to approach it with rose-colored glasses either, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't have to have an adversarial relationship with half the population.
No, you can also just recognize I probably shouldn't date that girl, and then I stop talking to her, and that's all it is.
Right. We got to keep in the fact that it's like, it's good to give examples. You don't want to just focus on that. You also want to say, okay, what do I want? All right, I know I don't want the hoes. I know I don't want this motherfucking bitch who done fucked 30 niggas this year, right? But what do I want? Focus on that. Like, I've always been kind of guy to focus on what I do want. You know, but it's good. Of course. You know. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of want to put
some good closing thoughts.
Yeah, it's good closing thoughts. Where can they find you? You got a YouTube page?
Yeah, I think I do. It's called How to Beast.
Okay.
The How to Beast, YouTube, Instagram is How to Beast.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man.
It's actually mentioned in the description.
It's in the description.
It's down in the description.
Come on, man. And this shit is dope.
Yeah.
Like, no bullshit. I ain't saying that because you didn't pay me. I wouldn't take your money.
Yeah, I know. It's true.
Remember, you tried to offer me some shit, and I was like, oh, he don't know how rich I am. And I was like, you keep your money, bro. I'll do it for free. But then I forgot. Yeah. So I'm doing it now.
Okay, appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
But you made up for it. We get you some more watermelon.
For sure. All right, y'all. Peace.